All right, there we go. Sorry about that. Hello. Probably hear me now, right? And then if I go over here to the volume mixer, my output device is that. There we go. Hello. Sorry about that. That's actually lucky because I didn't mean to click live and I was singing. So yeah, welcome. How you doing? Yeah, so at the moment, I'm trying to make some big moves in this bloody gallery, all right? We tweet out this stream whilst we go. We are live for the morning. Some big moves, hopefully. And then I'll add the thumbnail to it as well. So if anyone, I know some people do. Some people have my gallery on their like watch list, and they'll have a look at like some moves that I've been making recently. Picked up a couple of new cards recently, a couple of new super rares actually, in Marco Sinisi and Neto. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I never thought in my wildest dreams I'd ever buy Bournemouth players on this game, but Bournemouth have got a sensational run coming up. They're going to play Burnley, Sheffield, Luton, Wolves, Everton, Palace, Luton again, before they play a team realistically in the top 10. I mean, Wolves are technically ninth, but Wolves are hit and miss. And I do think that Bournemouth could beat Wolves, but we'll see. Wolves are a decent team, though. They've got a really good run of games. And I want to try and attack the Premier League in-season competition because haven't done it, and it's going to give me a nice bit of practice alongside other things that we're doing on the 29th of March when the transition comes, to actually... It's going to be a nice bit of practice to see what the sort of new competitions are like and see what the new Sorare is like, you know what I mean? And see if we can actually maybe win some money, you know? That's what anyway, so that's kind of what we're doing today. Hopefully, I want to try and pick up a Prem forward today. I've been scouring Prem forwards for genuinely 3 days now. I want to pick up a Premier League Super Rare forward. I cannot for the life of me get a forward for a decent price, and I'm either going to have to wait for an auction or I'm going to have to maybe overpay a little bit. But it's really bloody annoying because people are like being really, really stingy. I almost bought a Super Rare Solanke yesterday, and what happened is I put an offer in for him, right? The guy came back to me and countered with 0.275 for a Solanke Super Rare. At the time, because I had other offers out and stuff like that, I actually only had about 0.258 or something like that in my wallet. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I basically had very, very close but not quite enough for him. So I DM'd the guy in Discord and I said, would you accept, I think it was like, I can tell you exactly how much it was. I said, would you accept 0.2539 for him, which is, you know, I think it's more than what he sold for last. It was a little bit more than what he sold for last and whatever. And in fiat, it was a decent amount more. The guy delisted him, then relisted him higher and said that he wanted 0.3 after already counter offering for 0.275. Okay, so apparently Solanke's got a knee injury now, so I feel like it's karma. I feel like it's a little bit of karma. I just think it's like, it's one of those where it's like, I don't know. I hate when people do that, man. It's one of the most annoying things ever when people delist and relist higher. Like, that's just greed, in my opinion. Jonathan, how you doing, brother? What's up, man? Congrats on getting accepted to the German college as well, man. I've been seeing that on Twitter. Congrats, brother. Tifosi, how you doing, man? What's up, brother? You bought limiteds in Bournemouth. Yeah, Bournemouth got a great run going. Hello, my friend. Hey, Bruno, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Shout out to Houston last night. I'm a little bit gutted because I played Steres and Steve Clark away from each other. This is like kind of a throwaway lineup. That could potentially be my best lineup of the week if all things go to plan. I think Mere definitely could keep a clean sheet against Sassuolo. That being said, I don't think Mere's actually kept a clean sheet for a little while. Why is he 20% to be on the bench? Really? 20% to be on the bench? Are you sure? What the... he's not kept a clean sheet since coming back. Last clean sheet he kept was against Monza. He went off injured. And then, between then, Napoli kept one clean sheet. Napoli just not been great this season anyway, right? Anyway, but he definitely could keep a clean sheet against Sassuolo. Sassuolo don't have Berardi at the moment, and I do think that they've been not as great without Berardi. That being said, they do score goals. They've got a young team as well, which is like quite a nice young team. But I mean, they lost 3-0 to Atlanta. They lost 1-0 to Monza, 3-0 to Juve. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed. If he keeps a clean sheet, I mean, the rest of the lineup definitely has potential. It's not a great matchup for Joe Newell, but he had a great AA game against Dundee, which obviously Dundee are a pretty easy team, I think, in the Scottish League. But, you know, he can score a penalty or he can get an assist or whatever, so who knows? And then, yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. A little bit gutted that Michael got took off at half-time on 40 points, though, which sucked. Wait, what? Solanke injury? Yeah, so Solanke, he has a knee problem. Apparently he's had an MRI on his knee. Is this guy no, he's just a Sky Sports guy. Yeah, apparently he's had an MRI on his knee. He's got a knee problem, apparently. So, yeah, I don't know. James, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? I was close to 340 points, but choices and a little luck. He was limping before half-time in the City game. Yeah, he took a big knock in the City game, didn't he? So, I'm really kind of actually lucky that the guy, you know, was a bit greedy and tried to squeeze more out of me, because in the end, if he has got an injury that leaves him out for a while, it's saved me like £750. So I'm a little bit like, there's so many forwards that I'm looking at, and that, like, for different reasons, I'm like against buying certain players. I haven't got a huge amount. I've got 0.84 ETH in the wallet. I don't know where my camera's placed at the minute. Yeah, you can't see my wallet. I've got 0.84 ETH in the wallet, right? And I'm kind of just like, I don't know what I'm going to do. You think that Semenyo's the solution? Semenyo sucks, dude. Semenyo is straight trash bag, in my opinion. If Semenyo is good, I think Bournemouth beat Man City. Might get Kirkez because he's a baller. Also an FM hero. Is Kirkez back? I thought he wasn't playing for a while. Oh no, yeah, he was only benched for the Newcastle game. He was coming off as a sub. I think he was injured for a little while though. I think Kirkez is a solid player, to be fair, and they do have a good run. They do have a decent run. So his best score so far for Bournemouth has been against Villa, which was a 74 pointer. But then you've got to say, like, if he does get a decisive and a clean sheet, he probably look at an 80 plus. Hello, S1. How you doing, man? Leon Bailey's been really good recently. Yeah, I looked at Leon Bailey. Here's my issue at the moment is that I'm very reluctant to put in offers to people, because the issue is, for example, in season Bailey sold for £718, right? This guy has old season Bailey, classic Bailey, up for 769. Realistically, in my opinion, this old season Bailey is worth significantly less than the in-season Bailey. I would be looking more at paying a price like this. I mean, this is the in-season sold for 650 and then 700, right? I think that the classic Bailey is closer to 500. But I also don't think people are aware enough of the market to understand that, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think people quite grasp sometimes that classic cards are significantly less in value. So I think there's people that won't accept less than last sale for Bailey when it's an in-season card. And that kind of puts me off. And maybe I should put an offer in before, but like, I'm a little bit like skeptical when it comes to that. Do you know what I mean? I'm a little bit like, ooh. So, but I don't know, you know, it's one of those, I don't know. Pretty sure this one just get listed up. Yeah, I didn't see this one earlier. There's sheer greed at the moment. There's that. Like, I just think there's just a blatant misunderstanding for some people. Not everyone. Just I'd say a small percentage of people, but there's definitely misunderstanding when it comes to card values. I'm gonna quickly put on a non-copyright playlist as well, boys. All right, there we go. I just want to have something in the background, you know, because I think it's shit without music, right? Does that sound all good? Are we okay for volume levels? I haven't streamed on YouTube in a little while, but yeah, Leon Bailey would be class. I looked at Ollie Watkins as well. However, Basil sent me a ludicrous counter offer for Ollie Watkins that ended up getting cancelled. But he literally picked up this Ollie Watkins for £700 like 2 or 3 days ago and wants $2,000 from me. So I'm just like, yeah, all right, Basil, I'm good. I'm okay. I sorted my lineups for the weekend. No, it's a little bit early still. I've looked. I've definitely looked. I may play All-Star Rare over All-Star Rare Plus this week. And the reason why is because look at this lineup that I could potentially build this week, just in All-Star Rare. My rares this week are a lot better than my super rares for Captain Carlos Hill. I mean, that's an incredible lineup. Bots are taking the mick at the moment. Bots are like not just bots. I mean, Pavel's taking the piss. I mean, traders in general. A lot of traders are taking the piss at the moment. It's not ideal. Hazard's got like 3 great matchups in a row. Yeah, Thorgan's been really decent since I won him actually, which I thought he would be. So the way the Belgian League works, I'm guessing, is then that's the split, and then the top half is the top half going to a champion playoff or something. But yeah, so this is kind of what I'm looking at the moment, I think. It's too early to tell though, because the Sorare data projected lineup shit like is completely off as well. Like I think Cruz is gonna start against Valencia. Like I'd be shocked if he didn't start against Valencia. Probably be a very similar team to this. I know they play Leipzig after in the midweek, but Cruz usually rests after the Champions League game, not before. So I feel like Cruz will likely play against Valencia, then Leipzig, then rest the next league game, because that's the literal pattern he's done this entire season. And it's quite funny. Like I think Cruz is a really undervalued card. Like firstly those scores are just absolutely obscene, right? But like people I think don't realize you can easily predict Cruz's sort of like him starting and him benching and that, if you know what I mean. Like you can kind of predict when he's gonna be on the bench and when he's gonna start and stuff. So yeah, and he's back for Germany now. I think he definitely plays another season at least then if he's back for Germany. Hey Harry, what's up, buddy? How you doing, mate? They've also got Jesus Ferreira at 20%, and he'll probably play. Yeah, so it's always really, really early. Like if you look at your lineups sort of Tuesday, Wednesday, and sometimes halfway through Thursday, a lot of the time you'll see like a lot of projected lineups and stuff will be completely off. So it's I usually look a lot closer to the sort of lock now. I usually look sort of Thursday evening, or Thursday night UK time, just because like. Yeah, too often nowadays, like, these are way off until really late on when the actual, like, AI kicks in for, like, respectable, reputable scores or whatever. I don't know what they call it, but, like, you know, the respectable people that, like, don't just spam it. I mean, like, for example, I don't know what happened. I don't know what's happened to Lars Unnestål, but they have him at, like, for some reason, he's only 88% to start. I haven't seen any news on Unnestål. Is he okay? Is he injured? Like, I don't know what's happened. But that just happens sometimes. Like, randomly, it just happens where, like, yeah, like shit like that happens. There was someone else that I looked at that was a complete lock, and for some reason, like, wasn't on here or something like that. I can't remember who was it. Was it I can't remember who it was. There was someone that's like a total complete lock, like 100% starter, that was like 100% out on Sorare data, and it's like, oh, okay, these guys clearly have no idea. I mean, Casemiro is a good example. Casemiro 100% plays, by the way. Casemiro just got had a head, like he was just bleeding from his head. Like he's not injured. He plays against Man City 100%. That's why I don't really care for this. I would love to turn it off. I think this is like it's completely pointless. It's not pointless, but I'd love to turn it off. There's just a lot, like, I would happily, if I could, turn off pick scores and turn off projected lineups. Cruz is an automatic captain for you. Oh yeah, mate. Cruz is unreal, bro. Cruz is so fucking good. And the fact that nowadays as well, like, the crazy part is, I mean, he's not a decisive in any of these games. 87, 89, and then like 260s, and also like 20-minute sub for 23 AA. That's just bonkers, man. Like a lot of his AA now. You know what I mean? So it's crazy, bro. I don't think Casemiro had a concussion. His head was cut open. There always seem to be people who just say players are out in predictions for absolutely no reason. Yeah. Oh, by the way, a little tip for you guys. If you guys use Play Sharper, obviously you get ads every time you look at Play Sharper lineups, right? If you're on PC, the middle, so the scroll wheel on your mouse, if you press it in, it opens something in a new tab. So I'll use an example. If I go on Twitter, if I want to open this tweet in a new tab, press in the scroll wheel and it will open it up in a new tab on Chrome. If you do that whilst looking at lineups, you don't get ads. So if you want to avoid the ads, there's just such an unbelievable amount of ads on this platform now. And the UI, in my opinion, is just so much worse. Like, yeah, I ain't got time to look at an ad for every single lineup, which is what it is. So, yeah, if you want to avoid the ads, just click in your scroll wheel, and it will open it without an ad. So you go on here like that. So yeah. Save me 2 hours. Happy to help. Am I going to go for Gordon? Gordon's an interesting one. It's another one though. Like I'm so put off trying to deal with someone like Basilbot. Like, this is the thing, right? Basil, look at Super Rare Gordon, okay? Basil bought this card 2 days ago. He paid 0.4. Sorry, he paid 0.324, right? So he paid under 800 quid for Super Rare Gordon, Rare Knauf, whatever his name is, and Limited Munoz, right? This card's worth 30 quid, this card's worth a quid, right? You take off 31 quid. He basically paid about 760-ish pounds for Super Rare Anthony Gordon, right? Now he's auto-listed this card up for £978. From experience, I'm like, from my experience, Basil doesn't accept less than his list price anymore. You offer him for any card and he just counters with his list. I mean, we can test it. We can test it if you want, and I'll see if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm not though. We'll see what Basil counters with. Usually he just counters with the list price of the card these days, and it's just like, ugh. I would love to go and try and get this Gordon card, but I think that, like, for his in-season card, I think about 750 is probably quite a fair price. I wouldn't want to pay much more than that for his in-season card. For his classic card, maybe less than that. Because the thing is, if you look at Gordon, this is the issue with Anthony Gordon. Like, at home, that's a great card. That is a really, really good card at home, right? That's solid. If you look at it, that's a dog shit card. That card is horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. There you go. I got a counter offer from Basil. More than what he's got the card listed up for. Nice. Nice one. He has the card. He literally has the card listed up for £978. He has it listed up for 0.3682 ETH. And he's countered me for 0.4363. It's not even worth what he's got it listed up for. Newcastle are crap anyway. They are shit at the moment, to be fair. I tell you what, a card I have at the moment, heavily narrowed down. So Leon Bailey's definitely what I'm interested in, because I have 3 in-season Prem cards at the moment, so I can get a classic card, and I'm tempted to make an offer around this sort of price for this classic Leon Bailey. Luis Diaz also really interests me. Hey, 93 Acres, how you doing, brother? What's up, man? Rico, man, what's up, brother? That's stupid, yeah. Luis Diaz has me really intrigued at the moment because, firstly, I think, like, you get midweek utility out of Luis Diaz as well. Secondly, I think with their injury problems, he is just locked in. Unless he gets an injury, which obviously you hope doesn't happen, like touch wood. I just think he's completely locked in for a large period of time. And I think he's at a reasonable price for a Prem forward, to be honest. And obviously Liverpool score goals. The only issue with Liverpool is, bar the Forest game, I mean, they have not the greatest run up until you sort of get to here. Then they've got Sheffield United. They got United at home, which is not great. They should smash Sheffield United at home. I don't know how this game goes. And then they've got Palace at home, Fulham away, West Ham away. You know what I mean? They've got a few decent results after that. But it's why I'm a bit good about Solanke potentially being injured, because it's like, I originally planned to get... I got Neto, I got Sanisi, and then had planned to get Dominic Solanke, and then I've already got Pascal Gross, and I'll get somebody else, and then this sort of run of the next 3 or 4 games looks fucking spicy as fuck. But, sorry, I don't know why I'm swearing so much, but cringe. But yeah, unfortunately, no. What's up with Griffin Dorsey scores? I don't think we'll see much from Griffin Dorsey until Hector Herrera's back. And Unai was classic Getafe pre-injury. Yeah, but, I mean, La Liga versus Premier League, I think it's a different ball game in my opinion. I don't really want to get this card, if I'm being brutally honest. I think, like, I don't know. Different ball game entirely. But Adingra is really interesting, actually. Adingra is one I'm definitely looking at as well. I worry with Adingra what happens when what's his name? Joao Pedro comes back. You mean because with Herrera the team plays much better? Yes, and also they control a lot more possession in the final third, which means Griffin Dorsey will have the ball in the final third a lot more. Favre will be an absolute stud when he finally gets his chance. I'm not willing to buy a card and wait for them to get their chance at the moment. Jared Bowen, I think he had a great game at the weekend, or the weekend just gone. I think, like, West Ham in general have not been very good recently, and I'm not particularly impressed with his AA in general. I don't know. They've got an okay run, to be fair, but, like, I don't know, man. I'm not particularly impressed with West Ham at the moment. I worry about this run, you know. But, you know, he did well against Brentford. So, but, yeah, I mean, they conceded 11 goals in 3 games. Like, they worry me. They couldn't beat Sheffield United. They couldn't beat Bournemouth. You know, we lost to Bournemouth. It's fine. We don't talk about that. You know what I mean? No, I don't want Trossard. I actually almost won Trossard. I was 1 place away from winning Trossard Super Rare this week. I won Schule instead, which I'm quite happy about. Hat-trick still only got an 85. Exactly. That's the worry, man. I mean, 11 duels lost, like, you know, I don't know. That, and also, I don't like buying a player right off of a huge score like that. I'm intrigued. Ivan Toney is very interesting. Ivan Toney makes me very intrigued. He's got an auction out at the moment, and Brentford's like next run isn't fantastic, but Ivan Toney is good against big teams still, and I think Ivan Toney's got the potential to have a huge move in the summer. Like, he could go to somewhere like Arsenal or, to be honest, a whole bunch of different Prem teams, and it could be a huge. Could be a huge card to have next year. And his AA's not bad at all. I mean, 18 AA and 16 AA there against Liverpool and against Nottingham Forest. I mean, yeah, there's some games where he has pretty shit AA as well. But he had 16 AA against West Ham too, and they had a big chance missed in that game as well. So, yeah, this one's interesting to me. And obviously beforehand as well, I mean, you're seeing him play well in big games as well. I like that. I like when a player plays well in big games. Garnacho, I love Garner. I think he's a little bit too pricey. I would ideally like to pick up a forward and then another player, and Garnacho would wipe out a huge amount of my budget. And also, PSG fans just bought him, and I'm just like, do I really want to buy a card PSG fans just bought? Probably not. Yeah, Garner's got up a bit too much. I do like Leon Bailey a lot, and I can afford at least I can get at least 1 classic card in, to be fair. Potentially 2, realistically, because if we look, it was this one, right? If we look at my lineup builder, I mean, you can sort of see we've got Neto, Sinisi, Pascal Gross as a baseline. I also have Munoz. I have, when he's back fit in like 6 weeks, I have Lisandro Martinez for like the last 2 weeks of the season. If for some reason Scott McTominay starting a run of games, I have McTominay. Munoz in the right matchups is a great card to have as well. I'm a little bit surprised by this. I'm actually really surprised by the price that he's gone up to recently in his last 2 sales of his new season card, but that's quite funny to me. But obviously they have Luton, they have Forest. Like they have a couple of, with the new manager as well, they have a couple of matchups where, you know, it's definitely a serviceable card as well. Matoma's out for the season. Adingra's fine. No, I don't think that's right, to be honest. I know, like, I agree with you, Matoma's out for the season, but, like, you need to realise that Adingra is not just competing with Matoma for his place. He's competing with Buonanotte. He's competing with João Pedro. He's competing with Evan Ferguson. He's competing with Danny Welbeck, because Brighton will play a combination of those players across their front four. If you look at some of the games where he played on the bench for Brighton, like, you'll see there's a bunch of games where he's sort of, or when he's not played, right, where, like, they've ran a random selection of different players in certain positions, and it's like, so they can play anything. De Zerbi's the manager, nobody's fine. I would say in Brighton's team, the only locked players are Van Hecke, Dunk, and Pascal Gross, and Billy Gilmour when he's not suspended. Everyone else is at risk of being rotated, I think, in my opinion. Martinelli, I don't rate him. I do not rate Martinelli at all. I think he's so overrated. I think we're definitely going to have disagreements with that. I personally don't rate Martinelli that highly at all. And I think a massive alarm bell for me is when you see Arsenal score 11 goals in 2 games and this guy doesn't get a single decisive as a left winger. You know? I know he got 2 off the bench against Palace, but, like, before then, like, if I was getting an Arsenal player, I'd rather get Trossard than Martinelli. Genuinely, I don't rate him that highly. So, which, you know, it's one of those where it's like, you know, opinions are like a fucking arsehole. We've all got them, haven't we? Sometimes they stink. So it's fair enough if we have different opinions on that one, but I don't rate him that highly. And also, there's a part of me where I like to get players that I like to watch as well, which is why Luis Diaz would be one where I wouldn't mind Luis Diaz, but also, like, it's a painful at the same time, because it's like, I don't really want to watch Liverpool that much. I like watching Villa. I've already got Douglas Luiz as well, which is why, to be honest, I'm going to put an offer in for this Leon Bailey. I was going to see, like, his classic cards sell for significantly less than his in-season cards, right? His classic cards are around the 500. I mean, his in-season cards are the 500, but his classic cards are around the 500 mark. In-season cards are around the sort of 700 mark and going and rising, right? I'm going to put an offer in for about 500 and see if we get a response. I predict probably just getting an insta reject because but you know, we'll see. I would not mind Leon Bailey. I think Leon Bailey also works with the fact that because I have Douglas Luiz and other Aston Villa pieces, I can also play him if he plays in the midweeks. I can also play him in sort of midweek champion teams as well. It's a shame about Solanke. It is a shame about Solanke. It really is. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Oh, that's so annoying. That's so frustrating. Leroy Sané is not training with the team, which is just... Sané's been dog shit since I bought him. That wasn't a great buy from me. That one's really backfired for me this season, is the Leroy Sané buy. You win some, you lose some. I mean, the Doku Griezmann sort of swap was great, but yeah, Leroy unfortunately has been absolutely shite since I picked him up. I think since I bought Sané, he's had the 2 assists against Hoffenheim, the 1 assist against Mönchengladbach, and then that's it, just 50s across the board. And obviously beforehand, multiple hundreds and just high scoring games and whatever, so it's really annoying. Bought Sané last week, and Kim, tell me about it. Oh, I fucking hate Thomas Tuchel though. Thomas Tuchel is such a bold fucking clown, man. And Cisso's also back for Brighton. Yeah, exactly. Which is why I don't think Adingra's safe at all. I don't think it's a case of just competing versus Matoma for his place, because Brighton play a concoction of different players there, so it's really difficult to ever predict with Brighton. I tell you who I really like, and it's really hard because there's just none getting listed. I would love to pick up a super rare Pablo Sarabia. And to be honest, like, Pedro Neto is also a card that I'm really interested in. This is also a card that really intrigues me. I wouldn't mind, to be honest, picking up... What I kind of wanted to do was I kind of wanted to pick up Super Rare Dawson, but Pavel's twisting my balls about it. I wanted to pick up Super Rare Dawson Super Rare Pedro Neto, Super Rare Sarabia, and have depth there, and have a Wolves and Bournemouth half stack each, if that makes sense. So then, like, Sarabia is what I consider good depth. Yeah, exactly. Like, and then I've got options there to play. But absolutely nobody wants to sell Sorare, and why would you? He's in great form at the moment. Pavel is twisting my balls for a card he literally sold for 97 quid 8 days ago. He wants fucking double that, because obviously he's a greedy fucking prick. And then Pedro Neto I've not tried to get yet. To be fair, actually, I think the guy, it's Mr. Bid's not bad to deal with, actually. He's not awful. So maybe I look at making an offer. There's also, like I said, there's an Ivan Toney, and there's an Ivan Toney and a Rashford on the market at the moment. So I'm keeping those two, like, eyes on those two as well. Am I getting new season cards or old? It doesn't really matter, to be honest. I've already got 3 in-season Prem cards. If I get multiple, so if I was to get, like, Sarabia, Pedro Neto, and Dawson, as well as, like, another forward, I'd probably have to get in-seasons for at least 2 of them. Get Ogbini. He's another one, right? So Chris Bullstar said the same thing to me with Ogbini. Don't be fooled by Luton's recent success, because what I think with a card like this, like, he's got good AA, right? But and Chris said to me, like, oh, you know, a 50 doesn't kill a lineup. A 50 absolutely does kill a lineup. So you take out the Ireland games, right? Randomly got benched for sort of 5 games in a row, right? Which obviously already is a red flag. But also, it's really like, I don't know, this scares me, man. 50s are great if your card gets decisives often. He's had what? 3 goals, 1 assist, 1 pen 1 clearance / last man tackle, right? This season. 2 of them came in the same game. He's not a decisive, like, player. He doesn't get decisives. Yeah, Lakonga's been alright as well. I don't want to buy Luton players, though. Luton players just worry me a little bit. Like, you can have the odd game like this where it's like, holy shit, they're cooking. And, you know, you can pick up a Adebayo, you pick up a Osho and a Lakonga, and you're absolutely cooking, right? And that's great. But then, like, you also just have the games where, I mean, they lost 3-1 to Sheffield United, right? And you're just getting 50s and 60s across the board, and it's just not good enough to win anything. Salah, Son, João Pedro, the best 3 forwards in the Prem, in my opinion. João Pedro's injured, which is annoying. Son, people want ridiculous amounts for, and Salah, I never want to buy Salah, to be honest. I mean, Salah's a great player and whatever, but, like, I just don't really want to buy Salah, you know. If I get Barkley, I would. Yeah, Ross Barkley would be a cool card to own, wouldn't it? Barkley's solid. It's actually been crazy how good Barkley's been this season, to be fair. He's been really, really good. But no, like, I don't want to buy a Luton player just because, like, here's the thing. Imagine I bought Ogbini as a forward, right? And I had a lineup where it's Bournemouth are against Burnley. I've got Neto Senesi, Pascal Gross, and Leon Bailey, right? And then I've got Ogbini. It's like, I've got 4 players that I can trust. 3 are in great matchups, and one of them's Pascal Gross, who's been insane. Then I've got Ogbini. It's like, I don't think I can trust him. Do you know what I mean? Just don't, you know? Unrelated question, but Santi Bueno really missed out on the Girona title charge just to play 30 minutes for Wolves. Don't even know who that is. That Super Rare Gross got to be one of your best pickups this season. Yeah, Gross has been unreal, to be fair. Gross has been absolutely unreal. I just don't understand this with Pascal Gross. Here's what I don't understand with Pascal Gross. How is this card still so criminally undervalued? All right, look at his scores, and then I'm going to pick up someone that I like. I'm going to look at someone else. Phil Foden, okay? Phil Foden, very similar in terms of the output recently, right? Phil Foden's 80% played in the last year, 59.3. Pascal Gross 94% played, 64.8, right? They've both got 3 100s. In fact, Pascal Gross has 4 100s, and just crazy, right? Crazy. And yet, Pascal Gross for his rare card is 358. Phil Foden for his rare card is £700. It's bonkers. Not a hype player, which means that luckily people don't know him well. Jordan Ayew's interesting. Isn't he rumoured back to Germany? Who? Pascal Gross? I didn't see any rumours about Pascal Gross, but I mean, he'd fucking kill it in Germany, to be fair. He's only ever got Brighton on here. That's just a crazy, like, even for the last however long he's played, I don't know, this is what, like 4 years, something like that? It's nuts. U23 utility this season. I don't think U23s have that premium anymore. I think you guys are living in the past if you think U23s have that much of a premium. That's too big a difference for U23. They have a bit of a premium, but not that much. Him or Desart. So these are different cards in the sense that, like, Pascal Gross's floor, I think, is higher than Desart's floor. You know, a lot, even in big matchups with Pascal Gross, you can back him to get a 50, and there are times where Desart just drops a fucking 20 bomb, and you're just like, great, that's literally my lineup just ripped my heart out. But the thing that I prefer with Desart is that Desart can rip 100 through just AA. And he like, he's done that frequently. The only thing I will say, I think Pascal Gross is a better card. Pascal Gross takes almost all sets. I think there's just, like, sometimes he doesn't take corners. It depends on if, like, a different player is closer to it. Sometimes he just won't take the corner. Desart takes penalties. So those two are like there, you've got a trade-off there. What I like more about Pascal Gross, though, than with Desart, is Desart is kind of only really started doing this consistently since about here. Pascal Gross forever has been an absolute smasher, whereas Desart for a long time was a really consistent 50-60 player here, and then kind of just started absolutely ripping it to shreds recently, you know? Whereas Pascal Gross has always had this peak potential because he can get the decisives, whereas Julian Desart doesn't get the decisives that much, if that makes sense. So that's why I think I prefer Gross to Desart. But I think they're both absolute goats. I don't think it really matters too much. It's just, I think the Gross decisive potential, you know? Is it also because Foden's got international utility whilst Gross doesn't? No. I think it, like, to be honest, no. That does not hold that much of a premium on a card at all, in my opinion. I really don't think it does. I mean, does Foden even have international utility? I think Foden is as likely to start for England as Pascal Gross is for Germany. Genuinely. Like, he's not a locked-in player, Phil Foden. Especially with the likes of James Maddison killing it. Obviously, Saka's been fantastic. You need someone quick in that front three. You can't play Saka and Foden, in my opinion, in the same front three. So you've got to have a Rashford or a Watkins or a Sterling, or, you know. That's a bad take. Foden chances are much higher. Don't agree. I simply don't agree with you. I think Foden's always been a bit of a fringe player. He gets starts here and there, but he's always been a little bit of a fringe player in the England squad just because of how it works. You know what I mean? Southgate isn't a great tactical genius. I reckon this Euros he surely plays more. The issue with it is, like, I mean, you look at this lineup. This is not going to look anything like a Euros lineup, right? Like, where's the World Cup, for example? We'll look at the big games in the World Cup. Where's the France game? Here it is, France game, right? This lineup in the France game, do you think he plays a similar lineup in the Euros? I don't think he will. Henderson, I don't think plays. I don't think he'll play Foden and Saka in the same lineup again. I think he'll play someone quick next to him, right? Luke Shaw's injured. I don't know if Harry Maguire is going to retain his... Actually, to be fair, Maguire's undroppable. I take that back. Maguire is undroppable, to be fair. I don't know. I just think this team's going to look a bit different. I think Bellingham is now a number 10 for Real Madrid, and I think that he'll get the number 10 spot. I just don't think Foden... I think Foden's an unreal talent. I don't think Foden's that likely to start, though. And Pascal Gross is massively hyped in Germany at the moment. I see so much German media about him. I think, honestly... the German midfield, I think Kimmich goes to right back, and it genuinely might be Kroos, Pascal Gross, and then, like, Gundogan or something like that, you know? Genuinely, I think that might be the German midfield, just because of how much they've struggled with who they've used so far. I think Foden starts on the left, not his best position. Who would you play there? I'd play Rashford there. I know it's bias. I'm a United fan. I'm not saying that because I'm a United fan. I think if you're going to play a front three of Saka, Foden, and Kane, Saka's relatively fast, but he's not a runner in behind. Foden's definitely not a runner in behind. Kane is like a centre-back version of a striker. He gets that deep. You need somebody that can make runs in behind. Otherwise, that team are just like, we're going to have to try and pass it into the goal, and that's never been a strength for England. It's why Foden's actually, like, sorry, not Foden. Sterling succeeded at England in the Euros and has looked good for England because he's one of the only players that's running behind. Rashford's got off the bench. Foden's got off the bench. Anthony Gordon. There's a lot of players, isn't there? I don't think Rashford deserves to be starting for England, but also he's the best option. You're right, here in Germany, the media fans finally picked up on the Gross hype, and he will definitely get minutes in the Euros. I think he deserves it as well, Simon. I think Gross is a really, really good player, man. Why not Foden over Saka? Saka's been unreal this season, in my opinion. Rashford rarely runs in behind for United. That has to be bait. You have to be trolling me. I don't believe you for a second. If, like, that you said that seriously. That's like one of our only tricks is a first time ball from Casemiro or a first time ball for Bruno out to the left or out to the right. We so often we do the sort of first time balls to either Garnacho or Rashford. Half of German fans don't even know Gross here. I can't describe in words how underrated he is. I agree with you. Gross is so versatile as well. Oh, 100%. What I loved about it is the Brighton played... Was it Everton? Yes. Have a look at this. From Pascal Gross in the last minute. The composure here is crazy from Pascal Gross. Let me just make sure it... Yeah, it's all sized up right. The composure here, you're in the 92nd minute, you've played 90 minutes of football. To fake shot once, right? To then turn your man again and put in a peach of a ball to Lewis Dunk's head. That is what Germany need, in my opinion, in the midfield. They've all rarely reached them. No, you're not wrong. I agree with you there. The ball definitely doesn't reach the players that often. But Rashford makes runs in behind all the time for United. It's one of the only things we do, to be fair. That composure's crazy from Gross, though. I think Gross is severely underrated. I think you could run, to be honest, a midfield three for Germany of Gross, Kroos, and then like Musiala or Gundogan or someone like that in like a 4-2-3-1. And the reason why I think you could run that, I know that midfield is relatively slow. Gross has proven time and time again he can play 90 minutes at like the highest intensity, right? I think that Kroos is just such a great player to retain possession and to sort of just spray the ball out to people, right? And I think then you've got someone like Josh Kimmich as well playing at right back if he wants to invert as well. You've got an extra body in midfield there too, who can help with pressing and things like that. I think Germany, if they get it right under Nagelsmann, could be an absolute force in the Euros. And it's a part of the reason why I've bought certain cards, because I'm like hoping to have a nice little German sort of stack. You think Gross goes at right back? I think Kimmich will go right back. We're talking about Nagelsmann as the manager here. Kimmich is going to play right back probably. Kimmich will probably play no matter what, because it's Nagelsmann as the manager, right? And Nagelsmann loves Kimmich. But I think it'll be Kimmich right back. That's true, Simon. Germany needs a right back and Gross can play there. No, it'll be Kimmich at right back. I would actually put money on it being Kimmich at right back, to be honest. Yeah, Kimmich will be right back, like almost 100%. I'm a little bit gutted to hear Leroy Sané isn't training with the team, man. I'm by a little bit, I mean a lot gutted. I'm hoping it's just like a bit of a rest period from or something. But, oh, fucking annoying. And the reason why I'm so pissed off by that is because, like, I had plans of running something like this week, where it'd be Manuel, Kim and Jay, then a choice of Kroos, Sané, and then like Terrier or Douglas Luiz, for example. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I wanted to run. I'm praying to God that Sané is just having a rest day. Obviously, he didn't start the weekend either, has been playing with pain, apparently. Oh, he did start the weekend. He just was shit at the weekend. He didn't start against Bochum, is the game he didn't start. But he apparently has been playing with pain. So, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm hoping that Sané starts. We'll find out more information, I think. No, Sané's good for Kimmich's scores, right? I mean, it is, but like, it's sad to say I've kind of given up on Kimmich for the rest of this season, to be fair. I don't think we'll see huge amounts from Kimmich, to be honest. I think especially at right back, it'll be tough for him. It's tough, bro. It's tough. This is another prime example of just name bias. If this wasn't Joshua Kimmich, he'd be way less than £600 by now. He'd be like £100 with these scores. If it wasn't Josh Kimmich. Did I get 400 plus points in the Milan ticket raffle? I didn't do it. And the reason Kimmich was mid is Tuchel? Yeah. Yeah, it's sad, really. I'm hoping Tuchel goes earlier than he should, and they bring in someone else and get the best out of Kimmich as well. It's sad, really, isn't it? When's the best time to buy Kimmich? I'm thinking of the next season. I have no idea, mate. I don't know when the best time to buy anyone is, to be honest. Kimmich doesn't like Tuchel? Yeah. Yeah, we know that. That kind of ruins that plan, then. If Leroy Sané is not training with the team. I mean, maybe we could run something else, and what we do is... Maybe what we could do is this instead. And we go Manuel Neuer, Min Jae Kim, wherever he is. He's down here somewhere. And then we run, like, JDS with, like, Terrier and... I don't know. Or what we could do is, actually... We run JDS with Messi and Carlos Hill, maybe? We run something like that. Maybe Tell starts. Yeah, maybe. Very possible that Tell starts. Havertz definitely not going to play left back. You've got some decent left backs. I mean, you've got Mittelstadt, I think, deserves a start. Is it Mittelstadt, the guy from Stuttgart? I think he's been really solid. You've got Gunther, who's meh. Did you watch Miami last game? I did watch Miami last game, yeah. What I'm excited for is, I think, like... Oh, God. What I'm excited for a little bit is the fact that... So far this season, right? We've had 2 Messi games. Both have been away from home. Or, sorry, one's been at home, actually. At home, away from home. About 4 days apart. After a month of travelling for pre-season, right? On tired legs for the entire Miami team. They're getting, finally, a week break, and then their next game is 40 minutes down the road in Orlando. Their next game is at home to Orlando even. Not even 40 minutes down the road. It's against Orlando at home. So, like, they're getting a rest, and they don't have to travel, finally, for 2 games in a row. So I honestly think we get back-to-back hundreds from Messi. I genuinely think that, because I think the whole team will be a lot fresher in both games because they're both at home and they've got a week in between each. So they'll have the rest. And I think we'll get hundreds from both. Who needs Messi when you can have Paintsel? Oh, I love Paintsel, man. He was really good, wasn't he? Paintsel was really good. Oh, man, I've got a headache. Did Paintsel get a BCM in that game in the end? I thought he deserved a BCM. Yeah, he did. I mean, he won a penalty as well. Realistically, that should have been an 80-point game. That red was scandalous. Yeah, it was awful, wasn't it? Absolutely awful. Muriel had a nice debut for Orlando. I saw that. He got a assist, didn't he? Yeah, the BCM was the header. But I didn't update straight away, so I thought he didn't get the BCM. But I think he did in the end. I mean, he definitely did. It's pretty obvious. God, you got to feel bad for this one. That's a pretty shit trade, I think, for JR Duke. 1.2 ETH. I think you'd probably pay that for Poosh by himself now. You get a Vasco da Gama starting goalkeeper and Ricky Poosh. The Houston Dynamo defensive stack did good last night. Depends who you had. If you were lucky, I mean, to be fair, I was kind of lucky as well. If you were lucky, you had Steres, right? But if not, then you had Bartlow or Svitchenko, and you did okay. I actually had Steres, but I split Steres and Steve Clark, unfortunately. That's what I ran. So I didn't play Dorsey because Dorsey's just been fucking ass cheeks recently. But I think it's because like they've just been all over the place. So I went with Steve Clark and Mikael. Then we've got, to be fair, really good rest of the team there. Then I've got Mere, Joe Newell playing tomorrow for Carioca and Tiquinho Suarez. And then, I mean, this is a throwaway. I don't really, Yeah, Svitchenko and Arthur. Yeah, that was a nice goal from Svitchenko. To be fair, good setup from Daniel Steres, who I completely gambled on. That's a risk versus reward right there. Completely gambled on Steres, and he ended up starting and getting an assist. Man, he got 90 points. You love to see it. There we go. Close that down as well, real quick. You didn't expect Steres to play. I expected it when I saw Ben Olsen talking about rotations. I was like, yeah, Steres will play then. Because Steres came off the bench as well. Did you see that Stish joined the Church of Delbridge? I've absolutely no idea what any of that means. The Church of Delbridge. What? What the fuck is that? What's a Delbridge? Is he a player? Are you getting that, Tony, then? It depends what he goes for. Ah, he's a player. Ah, interesting. I did see the Chris Olsen news. Yeah, I have a rare Chris Olsen as well, so I really hope he recovers, man. Just for his own personal, Why don't you have a Wagner? He's so clear of every other MLS defender. You gotta say, what a 120 minutes of Kai Wagner there. You gotta say, fair play. I mean, that's clear, mate. I think I'd rather have Daniel Steres, to be honest, mate. Daniel Steres played half the time and got 3 times a score. I think I'd rather have Daniel Steres, the true GOAT of the MLS, to be honest. Now, the reason why I don't have Wagner is because I'm a broke boy. I'm a broke boy. I do like what's his name? What's his name now? Lebold. I quite like Lebold. I liked him last season, but he kept getting injured, which was a problem. I actually quite rate Lebold though. If he can stay injury free, did he go off injured in this game? No, he didn't. He just gets injured early though. He gets subbed off early. I quite like Lebold if he can stay injury free. But yes, Who's my favourite to win the Euros? Egeland! Any chance Joseph Martinez to start getting good scores again? Joseph Martinez? Who's he play for these days? CF Montreal? Didn't even know he played for CF Montreal, to be honest. Don't know. MLS cast today? Sorare Monkey seems to think so. UA Mafia won't let England raise trophy in Germany. Do I think Forsberg would be good at player in the MLS? Yes, I do. I think it'd be very good. Didn't watch this game against Nashville, but 26 AA, big chance created, 2 shots on target. Like, looks like he had a solid game, to be honest. I'm intrigued. To say the least. Nice to see Lewis Morgan get 25 minutes out as well. Dante Van Zer is just such a trash bag, isn't he? Deeg reckons that Joseph be lucky to even be a starting spot, and he's usually spot on. Yeah. Nimfasha Burkimas finally got minutes. Well, that guy. 3 more paint still for the gallery. Yeah. I'm good with just one. Forsberg was very good. Could have had like 3 assists. See at the crossbar as well. Damn. Do I think cup games will ever be covered on Sorare? I think they might start covering semi-finals and finals of domestic cups. Yeah, I think that's definitely a possibility. I don't expect there to be like a lot of cup games scored, a long period of cup games scored, because like, although obviously Newcastle struggled against Blackburn, like there will be like, I mean, Luton are a Premier League side and City beat them 6-2, but there are a lot of mismatches in the cup as well, you know. Do I have any J1 League players in your gallery? The only ones I have left are Wacky Zaka, Shiotani, and then a couple Kawasaki collection pieces. That's about it, really. I got a Douglas Vieira as well, and a Shimada. I wouldn't mind trying to sell this card at some point too. I sold my Ohashi and Shotazaki. Sold my Ohashi for 430. Someone bought it off the market from me directly. Shiotani value doesn't make sense. In the sense he's too expensive or too cheap. Yeah, like Man City versus Plymouth. Yeah, exactly. Too cheap in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know why he's so cheap, to be honest. Maybe it's the lack of like peaks, I guess. I don't really know. It's because he's old. Yeah, but like Messi's old, you know. Carlos Heel is old, you know. This is a thing. A lot of these players are old. I guess Carlos Heel's actually only 31. I take that back. I didn't realize he was so young. He's actually really young. But Messi's old, you know. 35 in Japan's like 18 here. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Messi's older than Shiotani. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think 36 is the new 25, you know? Who cares if he's old? He plays 90 minutes every game. Yeah, he literally does. But he's in contender. No, I think it's more comparison like to like Sho Sasaki, for example. But this is the thing, he's literally only 1 year older than Sho Sasaki, and Sho Sasaki's like triple the price. I guess Sho Sasaki does have higher peaks, but like, I don't know. Like, Sasaki's 34, and people aren't worried about his age. Contender will be fun to play with a Serviette stack. I think that's a fair point. Sasaki's got that name factor. Yeah, it really does. That's always been the weird thing about Sorare that I've personally never understood. 100 points is 100 points regardless. And I know you might be saying, but Ryan, you have a bunch of high names in your gallery. I have big names that consistently score well. I don't just buy like... Who's a good example? I can't think of one right now, but there's been plenty of big names that just haven't been amazing, that have been expensive for no reason. I'd never go and buy those. Whoa, what happened here? Thibaut Courtois signed for Genk. Let's go. Oh my god, Thibaut Courtois signed for Genk, boys. Let's freaking go. Antoine Griezmann is not training in the training session prior to the Copa del Rey and continues with his particular recoveries to try and maximise his chances. Sag, we're going through a tough period in my gallery right now where Zane's injured, Griezmann's injured, my head is injured. It's getting painful. It's getting very painful. That being said, I still haven't decided on freaking Prem forward. I've still not decided on Prem forward, guys. Why can't people list them up as well? Like, god damn it, sell your cards to me. There's never any cards in the market, man. It's frustrating. The ones that I want, that is. Someone listed up an Ollie Watkins. Who did it? Who did this? Who's listed this one up? Do I put... Maybe I'll send him an offer. Does he actually think that card's worth that much, though? I'm tempted to make him an offer for an Ollie. I would love an Ollie Watkins in the gallery. I don't even need an in-season one. Let's see if he's like selling up his gallery. I'll offer him 35 quid. Your gallery needs therapy. I need a massage. Oh, he listed bloody everyone. Is he just selling up? I'm offering him. Here's the thing, right? I don't want to insult the guy, but also like, I mean, in season Ollie Watkins last sold for 700 quid. The classic one's worth less than that. But like, I'm scared if I offered him like 600, right? I feel like he'd just get fucking pissy with me. Would you place Ligue 1 in champion tier even without Mbappe? It's not really up to me, is it? Here's a rogue idea. Should Sorare get rid of scoring 100, the cap, and let people score more than 100? No. Absolutely not. 3p from the cash wallet seems fair if he's selling up. Do I like? He's selling up. I think I'm gonna offer him. All right. I think that's reasonable for this card, given the fact the in-season one sold for 700. You don't lose anything with him getting pissy. No, but I also like I'm not a shithouse, right? And I don't ever send like low ball offers to like to try and like be greedy and squeeze money out of people or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? I offer what I think's fair, but I don't want people to think that I'm just like some absolute shithouse. I guess I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. Like I guess I kind of care about my reputation a little bit. I don't know. Because I feel like I'm quite a fair person to deal with. I always try and be fair with sales and buying. So, he might want the cash and run with it. Yeah, maybe. 600's a fair price for that card anyway. What's the worst he can do? Block me? I mean, if he blocks me, then that's pretty stupid if he's selling up. Because I'm a buyer. I'm a buyer. I want to buy cards. Is it really lowball when talking about hundreds? Lowball, in my opinion, is under £10. No, lowball in my opinion is contextual. Like if a card's worth 10 grand, if you offer 7 grand, you're lowballing it, you know. You're a Leverkusen? I'm a Bayern Munich. I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. Ooh, look at this trade. That's a fun one. Why is Lars on a stall like 14% to like not play or whatever? What's going on? He wants to end his career at 20. Let's go! What's this? Oh my god, Lars underscore scored. Let's go. I don't see any. Past sort of February 20 something. You know, whatever. He looks sad, bro. Why does Onana look sad? Look at Bruno smiling. But you're not wrong. I don't lose anything with him getting pissy. But, like, to me, that's a reasonable offer. It really puts me off when someone lists their card significantly above what the card's value is. All that being said, right, if I somehow came away with an Ollie Watkins and a Leon Bailey super rare today, I'd be very happy. Little Villa offensive stack. I'd be happy with that, man. With some of the games they have, I mean, they play Luton. I can see them doing well against Tottenham as well. I can see them doing well against West Ham, against Wolves. They probably get battered by City. They'd probably do well against Brentford. I think they'd probably get battered by Arsenal. They'd probably beat Bournemouth as well. Why do people list their cards to be bought with Ethereum only? So I run Ethereum only because all I want is Ethereum. And I mean, a prime example of why I want Ethereum is what's going on right now. This is why I don't want cash. Cash can't do this. Ethereum's gone in the last 4 days. Or like, what is this? What day is this? 20th of February. 20th of February it closed out at 3,000 a coin. And it's now 33, nearly 3,400 a coin. And it's like, that's why I'd much rather have Ethereum than, yeah. Could get UCL as well. Exactly, yeah. And you never know with Ollie Watkins. He's in his prime. He could get a big move. I could genuinely see someone like Liverpool going in for an Ollie Watkins. I don't think he will. I think he'll stay at Villa. I think Villa are a big enough team to retain all their talent realistically. But like, you could see it happening. You know what I mean? You think they'll do good against Ajax as well? So yeah, I mean, I'd be happy to walk away with a Watkins and a Leon Bailey today. But even just one of them would be nice. I like Watkins. I think Watkins is good, and it also works really well with my rare Douglas Luiz card that I have too. So I've been added in the feedback group. Alright guys, do you want some inside information? I can't tell you everything, but what I can tell you is there's going to be an update this afternoon. I can't tell you what the update is, but there's going to be an update this afternoon, and it's quite an exciting one as well. I've just been told what the update is. No, not sorry. Like, it's not card related or anything like that. It's not card related. I've not been told if MLS is coming today or not. I have no idea. They're going to cover the Azerbaijan League. Oh, shit. How the fuck do you know that? Yeah, that's it. Azerbaijan League's being covered, guys. New roadmap? No. It's a cool update, but it's nothing to do with cards. You're not going to lose value in anything. It has nothing to do with the actual product itself. Realistically. Nothing to do with prize pools either. Absolutely nothing to do with any of that. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's like it's good. It's good. It's a positive, but it's like there's nothing like. Maybe I've overhyped it. It's not that exciting, but it's like, you know, it's a cool update. New card design? No. It's, like I said, it's nothing to do with cards, nothing to do with roadmap, nothing to do with. It's not an update on the game. Nothing's changing on the game. Not a single thing is changing. Just something is being added, but it's not cards. It's not a league. It's not a competition. Nothing like that. You'll see. It's cool. I saw you smile when I posted card shop. Nothing to do with coin shop. I'm reading what else is being said. Solanke could be a shout. They have some insane matchups. Apparently he's got a knee injury. Sorry, I just seen something else. Yeah, Solanke apparently has a knee injury. Had an MRI on it. So I don't know. He's had a knee scan apparently, so we're waiting. We're waiting to see what is said. He's to be assessed. That's why I don't want to buy him. Tertiary market, you can trade other people's cards to other people. That's the thing anyway, isn't it? You think Villa can keep Luiz if, let's say, United, Liverpool, City, or Barca are after him? If they get Champions League, I don't see why not. Interesting. Is it a special week that it's nothing SO5 related? Honestly, I feel like I might have actually overhyped it a little bit. I think it's cool, but it's like I made it sound like it's a big update to the actual platform, and I'll be honest, it's not. It's not really an update to the platform at all. There we go. I need to reply to my manager about that. There we go. I finally bought a couple big boy MLS cards. How do I know what target? What's the target? All-Star versus America Limited. How do you know which one to target? Just depends on how you're feeling, I guess. Special edition cards? No. It's nothing player related. It's not card related. It's not SO5 related. It's not. It doesn't change the platform in any way whatsoever. It, to be honest, is quite minor, but like it's cool. You know, Solanke would be great if Solanke's not injured. You know, new UI, no. Although I think there is a new UI coming at some point. It's not anywhere anytime soon. I think the new UI will probably be like end of March. The ability to send cash plus ETH in the same offer? No. Although I think they're working on that. I'm pretty sure they actually are working on that, but it's not that. Maybe an iOS app that works? Maybe. Maybe something like that, yeah. Cross-sport trades? God, that just sounds like it'd be a dumpster fire, do you not think? I think it'd be cool, like, for people that do play both like NBA and football, but that just sounds like it'd be a dumpster fire if it actually happened. Would you rather buy a decent champ team for the rest of the season or a new MLS team? I can't decide. I think the premium on MLS cards when they drop will be... Whew. You know? Plus, apparently the MLS cards were supposed to drop this afternoon, but apparently they're dropping tomorrow now. I don't know. I don't really get it. Buy old MLS cards with the new ones. I mean, yeah, you can do that. You can absolutely do that. This guy, I've just sent you an offer for Ollie Watkins. Do you want to you know, you're online, mate. Do you want to reply? Do I follow this guy? No, I don't. Do you want to, you know, at least counter offer me? It's bloody annoying when you send an offer and you're just waiting. Whilst we wait, let's have a look at more options. Luis Diaz keeps talking to me. He keeps saying, hey bear, man. Let me join your gallery, man. Let me join your fucking gallery, man. That's what he keeps saying. Hey, muy bien gallery. Your lineups are very good. That's what he keeps saying to me. Oh, one shot a little? Yeah, potentially. Surely Diaz gets a big rotation. I see Flair bought my cards the other day. Do I still live in the same house with him? Yes. I'm moving house on the 18th of March, actually. We are moving house on the 18th of March. That reminds me, I want to show you guys something, because you guys are a little bit older than my FIFA audience, and a little bit like, I trust you guys a little bit more with stuff like this. So I want to show you guys something, and then I want you guys' opinion on it. If you can give me your opinion on it, that'd be ideal. I'm going to show you a picture of my new kitchen, and I want you guys to let me know what colour appliances I should buy. Like, I need a microwave, kettle, and toaster, pretty much. What color appliances work? Because, like, I've never had a kitchen this color before. I think it looks really cool, but what color do you think works? Yeah, I'm staying in Warwick, yeah. I'm literally moving, like, 2 minutes that way. It'll be dull in here when light's not coming in. I don't think so. I think, because it's got lights everywhere, and I might put, like, a strip LED underneath it as well, which I think it would look pretty cool. Silver. So it has to be red for the AC Milan colours. Silver. Yeah, I thought silver as well. I feel like silver might be a bit bland. Silver or black? I thought black could be pretty cool. I think I'll probably end up going silver though. But I just wanted a second opinion on it, to be honest. Matches oven, hob and taps. Yeah. Bright yellow? Is that towards the big Sainsbury's area? No, that's the opposite way. Where I live at the moment is like it's not quite Bishop's Tackbrook, but it's like near there. It's like, you know, in that sort of area. I think silver just matches the rest. Yeah, that's probably the right idea. Does Flair only trade on Sorare? Yeah, he only trades on Sorare. Need an LED running. Yeah, I think that'd look cool. What do you think about how I use my Stark money? I basically bought an NEC rare in season stack. I think it's ambitious. It's definitely not what I would do, but I think it's ambitious, you know? It's one of those things, though, where it's like I see a lot of people doing a lot of things that I wouldn't do. Case in point is Nepenthes. I mean, Nep makes a lot of moves on this game that I'm just sat there like, what are you doing? You know? But Nep has a gallery worth more than mine. He's won far more rewards than I've won. His SO5 stats are... Actually, we're quite similar in terms of SO5 stats, but, like, you know, he has more successful game weeks than I do. So, like, you know, it's one of those where it's like I don't really have a leg to stand on in that regard. Yeah, Bishop Tacticbook's alright. And if he made the cup final yesterday, could be a nice European football utility now. What is the best card that I've won? What is the best card I've won? I think... I mean, the most expensive card I've won and sold is Josh Kimmich. My Tadic has returned probably the most out of any reward that I've ever won, I think. So I won a Josh Kimmich. There's Tadic, for example. So I won a Josh Kimmich, and I sold Josh Kimmich when I won him. Sold him and Quinones for 1.5 ETH. And then Tadic I won for placing first in Challenger Rare Plus. And I mean, he's won a lot of rewards for me, including Josh Kimmich. He contributed 20% to Josh Kimmich. We got a second place in Challenger Europe Rare with Tadic as well. So yeah, like, he's won the most, I think. Josh Kimmich, like, he is some... Wait, why is it... I've got this, like, love heart on the bottom right of my screen in the chat, and I can't get rid of it for some reason. Oh, I've just given myself a love heart. There you go, guys. Josh Kimmich, like he's some frat bro from California. Yeah, Josh Walt Kimmich, mate. Joshua Walter Kimmich. What else? Probably, yeah. So Kimmich, I think, the most expensive I've ever sold. I won a Robin Proper. That was pretty cool this season. In terms of, like, really good value rewards, I won a Tony Cruz as a tier 2 in All-Star Rare Plus. And I mean, this card has netted me some really cool rewards, including, like, a podium and a 5th place in Champion. That was a really cool card. So that one's really, really cool. That was a great, like, value card. What else have we won? I won Douglas Luiz as a tier 2 as well, and he's been a good one for me. He's only won me one card and a threshold, but, like, you know, he's just been a fun card to own. I'll just put him in some bad lineups, to be honest. This card I won... How much did I sell this card for? 0.6. It's a unique. That was pretty cool. This was really lucky. I won Mateo Raab as a tier 4, and he's, like, had the starting position now, which is pretty cool. Don't know why so many people are selling these cards there. Guess I don't want to use him. But, yeah, the minute he has his starting position, which is pretty cool. Maybe I should sell him. I don't know. I love Cruz, mate. He's great. Quinny, how you doing, buddy? What's up, man? That Ferguson was such a bad reward you got. Oh, I've had my fair share of being absolutely fucked in rewards. Case in point, 24th, I got Inaki Pena. Yeah? He was worth that when I won him. But, like, I won him here when he was actually worth this. But because it's 2-week lead time, they thought he was worth that. Now this guy's worth about 60 quid. But I won him as a high tier 2 in champ, which is, you know, what's my biggest regret on Sorare? Getting involved. Yeah, get involved, mate. Whoa, go on, lad. Why did he pay that much for that card? Is that a one-off? Is that a one-off? That might be a one-off. Deep? I'm in too deep now, yeah. I can't get out now. This was an interesting tier 1. Shame, really, in terms of his mean, his price isn't too bad now. His price has gone up, actually. What's Diego Costa worth these days? A little bit more than what I sold him for, but not much. You would never admit your father PSU fans too. That's facts, to be fair. That's true. That's very true. I love Sorare. I love Sorare as well. I'm only playing. Mine was trying to jump into Super Rare 240, now stuck with some cards I can't get rid of. In terms of my actual biggest regret in Sorare, what would be my actual... Probably paying 12 grand for Josh Kimmich. The Sorare community is better than the FIFA community. I actually don't agree. Mate, the issue with the Sorare community is the fact that, like, it's like the FIFA community, but they're all just grown men. I've won quite a lot back with this Kimmich, to be fair, but, like... It's also been a painful one because I paid 12 grand for this card when I bought it. But, like, you know, we've won quite a lot back. I haven't won a reward in a while with him, though, have I? To be fair. Damn, we went like a 34 game week period of not win. I guess that was the summer, actually, wasn't it? Lamens was never worth 400 quid when I won him. What the fuck are you lot waffling about? I'm stuck with a Ruggeri Super Rare. I don't even know how. I don't know how. I haven't got offers yet. Everyone's invested a fair chunk into so rare. You see the worst out of some people. That's true. That's very true. The issue is as well is that within the Sorare community, there's two problems that I've encountered. First of all is everyone's grown men. And it's kind of case in point that both problems come from the same thing. But majority of the Sorare community are grown adult men. The issue with that being that a lot of them have never learnt online etiquette. They don't understand online etiquette. They don't understand how to behave on the internet sometimes, right? And secondly, a lot of them don't understand, like, their insults aren't, like, immature. Their insults are just pathetic, you know? Like, grown men, when they get angry, like, they just become aggressive sometimes. So, like, I feel like the Sorare community can just be quite aggressive sometimes. Yeah, I told you to reject it. It's too low. Like, you're just completely out of touch. I'm not making another offer. I'm just not gonna make him an offer. Like, I can't stand this either. Quote me with what you think the card's worth. Don't just reject it because it's too low. Oh, it pisses me off so much. We have a counter offer on, like, for a reason. Counter with what you think you want for the card. You know what I mean? Oh, it's so frustrating, man. That one shouldn't be in there. It should be, right? It should be, I play the card in the lineup. I don't want to sell. I don't want to trade, right? Rejecting it because the offer's too low. The fucking counter offer's there for a reason. Why is there a counter offer there if you're not going to use it? God, it's annoying. People that have cards listed and don't counter really trigger me. Oh, it's infuriating, man. It's absolutely infuriating. They're doing that, right? The reason why I think he's done that, I think, is because he thinks that my offer is way far compared to what the card's actually worth. In reality, half an ETH for the Watkins Super Rare is kind of ridiculous. Bazalbot just listed his up for 0.6, and his is an in-season card. I mean, he literally to be fair, Bazalbot literally told me that he wanted to keep this card, so I have no idea why he just listed this card up, but Bazalbot literally told me he wanted to keep his. I always send counter offer. I don't know why people aren't doing it. It wasn't like your offer was disrespectful or anything. That's what I'm saying, man. Is he wanting more than double the last sale? Possibly. Now I just, like, this is the thing. Maybe I should not take it as personally as that. But now I just don't want to buy his card. I'd rather buy someone else's card now, because I'm just like, I just feel like it's just lazy. And now I can't be asked to go and DM him on Discord and figure out, you know, what he wants and then tell him what I think he's worth. You know, I just can't be asked for all that. What did he get Watkins for? What did this guy get Watkins for? This guy bought Watkins for 1,100 quid 11 months ago. Or 0.777 ETH. Bazabot literally bought in-season Watkins on auction for 700 quid 7 days ago. Can't hide the Discord him if you really want it. See, I'm just... Maybe it's gone a prick, but I just can't be arsed. I don't... Like, it's not worth my time anymore. Because he doesn't want to spend the time sending me a counter offer. I don't want to spend the time going on Discord. It's just like... Now we're at headlock. Which is annoying. I was going to say petition to remove the offer is more than fair in my opinion, but especially as a first offer. It wasn't like your first offer was like £400. No, exactly. It's just annoying, isn't it? I think people reject it because instead of, they don't want to put a counter up. Like, I think sometimes, and this is why I shouldn't take it personally, and I should really think of it from a business perspective. I think maybe sometimes people don't necessarily know what they want for the card, and they just wait until they hear an offer that sounds acceptable. Which is not ideal. And I think that maybe this is the case for him where he doesn't quite get what this card is valued at, and he's waiting for an offer that he thinks is he's waiting to see an offer that he thinks is acceptable. And it's just like, I just haven't got the time or the energy to go through those hoops, you know? He's expecting 3 offers for you to reveal your max bid. That's my POV. Yeah, I can't be asked. Oh, yo, Vitali, how you doing, brother? Right, I have a question. Okay, as the Sorare data man himself, Vita, I have a question. I have a question for you, or not a question, a potential idea for yourself. Okay, so when we're in the Cap 240 area and you're building on Sorare data a Cap 240 team, okay, all right. This is an idea that I thought would be pretty cool if it was in Sorare Data lineup builder. Let's say I'm building my lineup, right? And I go Mere, I go, I don't know. It doesn't really matter because I'm not going to run this, but like Pubil, Joe Newell, Kengizunda. I've got 39 points left. Is it possible to do it where automatically it shows you only players that cost 39 or less in your gallery? Is that a possibility? Or have an option where you can tick it so it shows the like points you have left, like affordable players? Go to preferences. Preferences. Ah, there is. There you go. Thank you. There we go. Okay. Nice. I didn't know that was a thing. See, I've got great ideas. My ideas are so good they're already in there. That's class. All right, that's actually really cool. That's gonna save me a lot of hassle, I think, in the future. Because what I was doing beforehand, I've never actually clicked the preferences tab in my life. What I was doing beforehand was literally scrolling all the way down and finding cards that fit. Oh, that's a lifesaver. Thank you. God, you're so quick, Vita. How did you put that in already? I only told you about the idea like 40 seconds ago. You've already added it to the site. Like, that's class, man. Wow. This guy needs a raise. Sorry, you need to give him a raise, man. He's already put it in the site. You can activate dark mode as well? No way. Where? Where? What? Under preferences? Oh my god. Wait, is that for the whole site? Oh, no, it's not. Wait, is there a preference tab on here? I need to start looking at shit now. Oh my god. I did not know. Oh, this is class. I didn't even know this. Oh my god. This changes literally everything. My life has just changed. Oh my god. This is going to make liner building so much nicer. Oh. Wait until you try the other preference settings. Competition adjusted. What does this mean? Home/away adjusted. Wait. Oh, shit. Oh my god, that's pretty cool. Filters. I didn't even know you could do that. Oh my god. I never did any of this stuff. Oh shit. Oh my god. Wow. I didn't even know. Wow. Oh my, really? Oh my god, that's class. I didn't even know that. That's why you want a Sorare millionaire yet? Facts. But the emphasis on yet. The emphasis on yet, you know? Because one day we'll be there. You're a Sorare data noob? I actually am. I didn't know that. Is there a... now I feel like my eyes need to adjust. Oh. I thought there might have been a dark mode under preferences there. Is there a dark mode option on every tab now? Maybe it's under settings? I'm not going to show like my information here, am I? No. Never mind. Only in Light Up Builder? Alright. So I've got to wear my sunglasses for this one then. What was ETH when I started? Not kidding. ETH was at its all-time high when I first got in to Sorare. Around 4,000 something dollars a coin, maybe 5k a coin. It was like here. This was $4,800 a coin was when, literally basically when I got involved in Sorare pretty much. Maybe not exactly that much. Maybe it was more like, maybe it's actually more like about here, but yeah, it was about four something thousand a coin. It was crazy. I mean, prime example, right? The first ever big reward that I won was my first ever tier 2 was in game week 254, right? Champion Europe tier 2. I got 387 points in Champion Europe Rare, came 32nd, won Moussa Dembele, sold him for 0.3 ETH. That was worth £700 at the time. Nowadays, you need to fucking get first place to get a £700 card. It's crazy. When a Reece Nelson sold this card for £755. The prices back then were crazy, man. Don't disrespect Salva Sevilla. Oh yeah, true. Actually, he was my first big reward. Big Salva Sevilla, mate. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Absolutely fucking crazy. Take me back, honestly. Back in the day, man. I learnt Sorare and I became good at Sorare far too late. I would call myself pretty good at Sorare these days, right? Like, you know, I win a good amount of rewards. I win a good sort of level of reward as well. Constantly scoring high points, you know, 480, 456, 478, 460. I'm winning good rewards constantly, right? If I was this good at Sorare back here, my gallery would be worth in the hundreds of thousands. Because I would have been winning these cards, and instead of them worth £700, they'd be worth 4 grand. You know? Take me back indeed, man. I'm a bit pissed off by this, man. I don't like it. I don't want to waste my energy, like, chasing this guy up, because I don't want to pay much more than what I offered. I think he's bonkers to think that the card's worth much more than what I offered. And I'm a bit pissed off now. Because I want Ollie Watkins, but I don't want to bend over backwards for that card. See if anyone's listed any more forwards up recently. God, it's pissed me off now. It's actually ruined my mood. It's not, but it is annoying though. I wouldn't go a penny over. No, I wouldn't either. It annoys me. It annoys me because, like, it's not a bad offer at all. Just accept it. It's a game of patience on both sides. Oh, I my issue is that I'm too stubborn, man. I'm just like, I'm not going to go and waste my time with him, because that's what I'd see it as a waste of time. I'm not going to go and I'm not going to go back, you know. The funny thing is, what was that guy's name again? Max Pescatori. Every card I've looked at and I've wanted to buy, that motherfucker has bought them like last week. I swear, I'm like a week delayed on that guy's schedule. God, it's so annoying. People don't accept good offers first offer just for the sake of it, and 9% of the user base is being delusional about values. Yeah, the only annoying thing is though, it's like, to be honest, I might look at Pedro Neto again. I might actually just put a bid in. Yeah, I was a bit put off because Chris Bullstars was saying to me like he thinks Pedro Neto will go to like Arsenal or Man City and just not play. I don't think that'll be the case. I don't see him going to Arsenal or Man City and not playing. I think he's one of the best wingers in the Prem. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I think it's difficult because when you're buying, you think that the card's worth less, and when you're selling, you think the card's worth more. But I actually agree with that. I think a lot of the time, I think it's very rare people accept the first offer, because I think like I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a psychological thing of maybe you think you can get more every single time, whatever. I don't know, but I think it's very rare people will accept the first offer, even if it's a reasonable offer. I mean, even the two cards I bought yesterday, I bought Neto and a Sinisi, right? And like Neto, I paid for the in-season card 888. I offered him like, I think I offered him like 850. Oh no, I offered him 830 first time around, which was the last sale, and he countered it with 950. So I offered him 888 and he accepted it. And I was like, if I'd have offered him 800 and he countered with 900 and offered him 830, he probably accepts it. It's just a weird thing about not accepting the first one. Neto's good, but loves an injury. Yeah, that you're not wrong. You're not wrong. He does love an injury, but like, he was relatively injury-free for a while. But obviously, it was like, I don't know. Joao Pedro is an interesting one. Again, he's injured at the moment. I don't know when he's back. Would work well with my Brighton boys though. Him not being on the bench though is a little bit worrying. Apparently, he's back 25th of March. In a month. I don't know if I could wait a month. Yeah, I agree with you, Joseph. That'd have been great. Hwang had an injection before the last game too. I can see Pedro Neto ending up like Trossard. That's worrying, yeah. For me, the two players that would fit my gallery to a T would be Ollie Watkins and Dominic Solanke. Now, Solanke obviously has a potential knee injury, and also like the only person that has a Solanke up on the market at the moment is this guy, who I literally offered. I offered him higher than last sale. He countered it with higher than what I offered him, and then delisted it and relisted it and said he wanted more. So, I mean, I'll show you. So, what was his name? Tendril Storm, right? He literally countered with 0.275 from my offer. I offered him 0.2175. He countered with 0.275, to which I countered, I don't know what I counted with, it was like 0.25 something, and then he delisted it, relisted the card up, and then told me he wanted 0.3 when he'd already sent me the 0.275 offer, and then said that he wouldn't sell it for less than 0.3. Like, that's just bad faith. Yeah, it's a Premier League tournament. Yeah, I want to give it a good go before the end of the season. But that to me, that's just bad faith in my opinion. Pirate Press, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? Dealt with him before. He's a bit of a joke. Is Jota out for long? Yeah, he's out for a while. Solanke's too dodgy. The thing is, Quinny, like, so I mean, we've played football before, right? The way I play football, I'm a bit of like I'm a big guy, right? I'm a big guy. I'm a bit of a target man. So naturally, I enjoy watching people like Solanke and people like Ollie Watkins, like proper number 9s, more than I enjoy watching wingers, because that's kind of how I play football. So like, for some reason, that makes me want to buy players that are like Solanke and Ollie Watkins and Ivan Toney and like traditional number 9s. That makes me want to buy them more than a winger because I don't play like a winger, if that makes sense. And I know that sounds really stupid because it should be more SO5 based, but that's just like, yeah. Diaz seems like the most exciting one in my opinion, especially when the big boys are back. Ivan Toney is great. I love the way he plays. I had Solanke's rare, but he's very decisive, heavy rather than AA. I agree with you. Which I don't think is necessarily a huge problem in the super rare level. You must have had a blast watching Veghorst. Oh, don't even. Diaz definitely is one that I've been looking at several times. However, with Diaz, it's like, I don't know if I want to sit there and watch Liverpool. You know, as a United fan. What did I offer this guy for Sarabia? This guy just got back to me on Discord. What's his name? Tian Viendro. What did I offer him? What? What the fuck? So basically, I offer this guy 200 quid for Sarabia, which is basically what he's been selling for lately. And he's just got back to me on Discord. He's actually like, one sold for 160, 200. So I thought 200, like, you know, if he counted offer for like 250, 300, like, we'll talk. He said he wants double what I offered. Fucking hell, man. How much have prices increased? Yeah, it's crazy with how much these cards are valued, and yet my gallery's barely gone up. This is nuts, man. I didn't realise cards had gone up so much, guys. We're back. Sorare's back. What the fuck is going on? Basically, you'd be like Haaland. Yeah, pretty much. I think you should think about someone like Kulusevski. Then I'd have to watch Spurs. Buying the hype. Kulusevski does not... That's not a good card. I don't know why I'd look at someone like this. I mean... You know, he got a decisive against Wolves, which is nice, and he got a couple against Forest. Like, that's not a great card in my opinion at all. I just wait for Bailey. Yeah, maybe. I still think putting a bid on the Ivan Toney auction is probably my best bet. Auctions in general seem to be going a lot lower than what people are selling their cards for, so I'm probably better off waiting for this Toney auction. It's 7 hours. What was the time in 7 hours? Like 6:30, something like that. These prices would be worth it if it was the start of the season, but not now. Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. The reason why, like, I'm trying to buy players that either are going to be locked in starters next year or are going to be, or could potentially move, right? So, like, the reason why I bought Neto and Senesi, Neto's contracted to like 2026, and Senesi will be a lock-in starter next year for Bournemouth. So, like, the idea is like, okay, so next year I have Premier League Classic cards as well. If you hover over the little clock on the auction, it tells you the time. Oh shit, really? Hover over the little clock on the auction. Oh, sorry, yeah, good point. 6:48 PM. All right, perfect. Thank you for that. I didn't know that. Premier League strikers don't move me at all. It's weird. Saka as a forward would be undisputed #1. Yeah, could you imagine if Saka was a forward? To be honest, he doesn't actually... His prices don't change. His scores don't change that much, actually. I'm surprised. But yeah, it'd be just a great card to have, wouldn't he? I mean, Heung-min would also be one that I'd look at. It'd take up most of my budget. But, I mean, the only one listed up is at $5,000. And, I mean, his rare's gone up so much. This seems crazy high as well, even for the rare. Look at Rare's last sales. Went for 1.1k. I know. So Rare's so back. Apparently... The thing is though, like, so the reason why, like, I don't mind the in seasons being, you know, more. I get it, right? And I like, that's fine. It's people wanting obscene amounts for classic cards, which is kind of annoying. The in season ones, like, I don't know if people have quite clocked how much value these cards will lose next year, if that makes sense. In rare. Like, you can only play one classic card in rare in the in-season tournaments next year. And I promise you now, you're going to want to play in-season far more than classic. If you think you're going to want to play classic next year and just win cards, I mean, good luck. But we're talking about a competition where, like, for example, it's like no longer are you going to see, like, I don't know, a Harry Kane be split up between All-Star Rare Plus, Champion Rare Plus. Now it's just going to be Champion or Bundesliga. All the Kanes are in there, you know? And that's an example of a low minted card. You look at some of the cards that have 200-300 cards there, like, you know, Kimmich or something. Like, it's going to be I think the competition, Grimaldo, the competition will be crazy, man. Forward card who is scoring high is likely moving next year is Ogbini. I don't know about Ogbini, man. I think he's having a bit of a purple patch. I think he's one of those. I think this is the kind of guy where, like, he gets about 10 decisives a season. I think he's had about 8 of them recently. You know, the one thing that I would say is a little bit worrying with cards like this is how many decisives do you actually expect him to get? And then you say, okay, how many do you think he gets now within the next X amount of games? Because 50s aren't going to cut it. That's the worrying part about this card. And you also take out, if you just look at Luton Town, you take out a couple decisive there already. I don't know. I don't think this card is amazing. Do we really think he gets a great move next year? I mean, he's 26 already. You know, he's going to be 27 in 2 months. Is he, like, where is he going to move at 27 years old? That's going to be such a big step up for him where he's going to be able to score even better, you know? I don't know. I don't see him as a, like, I think he's one of those players where, like, he's getting his Premier League time now. I don't think he's getting a big move anywhere. I think he's okay. I think Luton Town at the moment are doing well because, like, I think they're taking a couple teams by surprise and they're pressing high and stuff. But, like, I don't know if I'd buy many Luton players at the moment. You know? There we go. Send that guy a message saying best of luck. I don't really want his card for double the last sale. Just buy Aspas. Aspas is like, I think he's gone up a little bit recently, hasn't he? Yeah, he went up about £10. But, like, oh, he's community yellow cards as well. Damn, he's missing Almere at home. That sucks. He's not a striker anymore. Plays as a flank / right back. I mean, he plays as sort of a wing back, right? There's not that many teams in the Premier League now that play with wing backs. He wouldn't fit Newcastle at all. He's nowhere. He's nothing like the profile Newcastle would want. Trippier ain't getting benched for Ogbini. He ain't going to play at right wing either. Like, I agree with you. He's got a good physical profile, but he just doesn't fit. Doesn't fit like many teams at all. Aspas 100 income in this game week. I think he was suspended. I think it just said that he had too many yellow cards, no? FSG want new structure to be decided as soon as possible. Wow. Liverpool owners want to give one last try to bring Michael Edwards back to the club. FSG want Edwards to take over football and put new structure in place. Get fucked, mate. How about that? Ogbini's getting massively overhyped in here. I do agree. I massively agree. I don't think he's that great. I think Luton have gone on a really good run in the last sort of 5 or 6 games, right? Obviously, they beat Brighton. They scored 4 against Newcastle as well. But you need to realise as well, they drew to Burnley. They lost to Sheffield, right? Then they went and lost 4-1 and lost to us as well. They're not a good team. And the issue is when you don't play on a very good team, it's very rare for a card to actually consistently score highly. What we'll probably end up seeing here is, in 10 games time, I could easily see him without having a decisive. And it's tough, because it's like, this is a card where a 50 nowadays, with how high scoring it is, a 50 kills a lineup. If he stays at Luton, he'd be great in the Championship when they go down. Potentially. Bro played at Rotherham beforehand. Damn. I mean, he wasn't great at Rotherham either. I don't think he's that good a player, to be honest. It's only me liking him a lot. No, that's fair enough. No one's trying to insult you or anything like that. Like, you know, there are players that I like a lot that definitely aren't that great, you know? Or other people will think are not that great. We're not trying to insult your footballing knowledge or anything like that. I'm literally just like, just a difference of opinion, really. God. I actually wish we'd have kept Elanga at United. I'd have happily kept Elanga. I actually would have. He's an interesting one because I don't think he gets bad AA at all. But like obviously, for example, here you've got a BCM. He scores that chance, right? Wipe off 5 points and get a shot on target straight away. So that or automatically you're looking at 52 points, which is 17 AA, right? It goes up to 77 points with a decisive. Just based on that BCM. He seems to be getting solid AA. I quite like Anthony Elanga as well, but it's like, I don't know. It's doing my head in. I don't know. For me, I keep going back to the same names: Pedro Neto, Luis Diaz, Ivan Toney, Ollie Watkins. Like, yeah, I think I'm probably best off just bidding on the Ivan Toney auction. Just gotta hope someone like Pranksy doesn't come in for him. You know what I mean? Hudson-Odoi looks class, but the issue I actually looked at Hudson-Odoi, and as a forward, Cho looks class. Where was it? Here we go. As a forward, this card looks class, but the issue is he's actually a midfielder, and he doesn't have very many forward cards at all. And as a midfielder, he doesn't score as well. Like, he had a better game as a midfielder against West Ham, but the rest of them, like, significantly worse in terms of AA. So yeah, I actually like this card a lot, but it's not. I don't know if there's any super rare forward cards, and if there is, there's not many. Embuemo. Isn't this Brian Buemo? I don't know. Oh, I don't know about it. He's just injured, isn't he? I don't know about that. He'd be a good one for the future, but he's injured. Tofton, how you doing, brother? What's up, man? Oh, I just want a Prem forward. Oh. Oh. Oh, I just want to accept my friend request. Never mind. I thought I was getting added. I also thought about this. So this also has intrigued me. Oh snap! Never mind. This also has me a little bit intrigued. What about IU? I think you guys are maybe having a little bit of recency bias with IU. If you didn't hit that 100 against Burnley, I don't think anyone is just IU. This is the thing. I think sometimes this happens within Sorare, right? Jordan Ayew isn't actually a good forward, right? He scores, he scores goals, but the issue with Jordan Ayew, right, is AA is never always amazing. Like, sometimes it's good. He's just not one I can trust, in my opinion. Palace are reinvented? Yeah, maybe. Under a new manager, actually, maybe Palace are reinvented, but I don't know. Bowen's interesting, but I don't know. Paqueta's back now. Bowen is an interesting one, but again, his AA sucks. I don't know, man. I know I'm asking for a lot. When Elise's back, he's not even first choice. Bowen's AA is trash, man. He scored 3 goals and has 5 AA. It's like, oof, I guess Paqueta's back, so they're better, but like, get Garnacho. I think I missed the boat on Garnacho. You bought a Ghana yesterday? Oh really? What did you buy Ghana for? Let me inspect. Let me inspect Letofton's buy. Oh, you bought his rare. Oh. Boring. Boring! This is a dog shit card, guys. If you want a Garnacho, right, you do it right or you don't get him at all. There's only one Garnacho on the entire platform that you should ever buy if you buy a rare Garnacho, and it's this one. That is the sexiest card in the world, alright? Don't talk to me with your fraudulent Garnachos. Don't talk to me with your fraudulent Garnachos. If it's not a launch edition rookie card, I don't care. This is the only Garnacho I care about. Yuck. Shut your mouth. Red on red, rookie card. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. Sorare, we got the last Garnacho on auction. Did he sell his to PSU? I am tempted to throw a bit on the Rashford auction, but it's like, I don't know, man. Oh no, Jibber sold his to PSU. On a 33 AA in that game. That's crazy. 26 in that game as well. Can you spin it though? Yeah, true. Can't do that, can you? I mean, that, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I think I'm probably one of the fastest spinners in the world. Do you know anyone that can spin faster than this? I'm not even trying either. I mean, I'm yawning, so I'm clearly not trying, you know? That reminds me. Let me quickly check my email and see what time I've got this call at. I think it's 1 PM, but I just want to double check. Beep boop. It is 1 PM. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Anthony Gordon is better than Garnacho. Quinny, if you say that to my face, you're getting all 5 fingers straight across the cheek. That is a slappable comment to make right there. Anthony Gordon couldn't lace Garnacho's boots with his crooked nose. Absolutely no chance. Gordon doesn't show up away from home. Look at this absolute fraud. All right, yeah, Gordon at home is great, mate. Look at that, awesome. Yeah, right. Away from home. Fucking dog shit. Who even is this guy away from home? Like, what a fraud. What a literal fraud. SO5 wise, away from home, no. Look at that. At home, he's great. But, like, you know, you only play half the games at home. Plus, Newcastle look really shaky at the moment. I don't trust any Newcastle players right now. It's like some days they'll be Fulham 3-0 and then other days, like, I don't know, man. That's MLS type of home form. He plays all the time, 1 DA to get to 80. But the issue is he doesn't get DAs away from home. That's what I'm saying. At home, great. But, like, away from home, like, very rarely does he get decisive. Got one against Liverpool, and then, I mean, that's England under 21 as well. If we take out England under 24, England under 21, he's had 2 decisives away from home this season, and it's like, the issue is that they play half their games away from home, right? So I did look at this card though. They'll only get better with players returning. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, but it still freaks me out a little bit. If he was just like that, you know, then we're talking. Garnacho's got 180 plus. Yeah, but Garnacho is just better, just in every way. You think he scores 80 this weekend? But no, I had his rare and I sold his rare because it pissed me off. Garnacho, the thing with Garnacho is 33 AA right there, mate. When was the last time that Gordon got 33 AA? Never. So, better. Doesn't matter if it was one game. What did Gordon do against Fulham? 20 AA. Exactly. There you go. Dunked on. And that's without any big chances created or anything like that. Look at that. What do you think about Gakpo? I'm just so skeptical to buy Liverpool players. For the record, I've actually looked at Anthony Gordon a lot. I even tweeted about Anthony Gordon this morning. This tweet's about Anthony Gordon here. I have been looking at Anthony Gordon a lot. And I'm very intrigued, and I'm very, very close to potentially getting an Anthony Gordon. Yeah, I don't know. I just think this is a little bit too expensive for Anthony Gordon. I think he's got a bit of premium because he's U23 still. But like, yeah, it's one of those where like, I don't know. Let's talk seriously. Goatee or mustache? Oh, goatee. I think mustache just screams nonce. You know what I mean? Goatee, 100%. I don't think you'd get into... I think you'd have to stay 500 feet or more away from a school if you got a mustache by itself. Yeah, another issue with this as well is like there isn't enough data in terms of what the old season cards sold for too. So Nanzo sold one. Does Nanzo's just sell his card? So with Nanzo, right? It's what I've always wondered with Nanzo. When Nanzo sells a card, does he only sell rewards, or can you just offer Nanzo for any of his cards and he might sell them? And does this mean that 20 Legends sent the offer to Nanzo, or the opposite way around? I never see Nanzo with cards up for sale, ever. But he's got a bunch of cards I'd happily send offers for. Looking for food? How you doing, mate? Yeah, it's often. They're both, like, so... I've got the alerts on for the Tony auction today. I sent an offer for Watkins that got rejected because it was too low. I sent an offer of £600 for his classic season card. I think the guy is off his head because the guy's got him listed up for 1.4k. The in-season card literally sold for 700 quid like 4 days ago or something like that. So like the in-season version sold. Basilbot got the in-season version on auction for £700 on February 16th. And then this guy's got the classic season version listed up for double that. I think he thinks he'll get double for that as well. It's just mind-blowing. So I sent him an offer for like 600, which obviously because the classic seasons are worth less than the in-season, he just rejected it straight away. Yeah, I think Osman's Arsenal's priority, isn't he? Tony's auction is probably the best bang for buck here. I agree with you. I don't know what the card is going to go for. I'm intrigued. You know what I would like to do at the moment is whack a bid on to see how many of these guys have, like, what their highest bids are already. Like, I'd love to put a £500 bid on. It'll go for way more than that, but just to see how many of these, like, or like if Shamrock, for example, has got like a higher bid on that already. Is Shamrock a trader, or does he actually just play the game? Can't really tell. I think he's a trader. I think he's a player, maybe. Yeah, I think he's actually more of a player. .18 would be my guess. 0.18 for what? That's what you think his highest bid would be? Should I put it up and see if he's got a bid on higher than that? I don't even know what I'd pay for Tony, to be honest. I literally don't know what I'd actually pay for this card. Do you know what I found psychologically as well? Whenever the floor's higher, I think sometimes auctions go for more because people think that's the price. Pranksy got one for £1,100 a month ago. Max Pescatori paid 1.3k for both of these cards. So like, maybe like 1.2k? Do you think that's fair for like Ivan Toney Super Rare on auction? 1.2? Oh no, what happened to his card? Blah. Sorry, I'm immature. That's funny. Antoine Griezmann will not be available tomorrow. Damn. Rough, dude. That's rough. Suarez is trending. Where's Suarez trending? Should we have a look? Oh, I remember this. Why did he put it top bins? Why does he put this top bins? He just didn't need to at all. Great finish though. There's no reason. I thought there might be some news on Suarez or something, but it doesn't look like it. Mate, have you guys watched any of the Inter Miami games lately? I'm not gonna lie, Suarez just looks like he's playing in pain the whole time. Yeah, but Tofton, you just pay ludicrous prices for Super Rares, man. Especially Chelsea Super Rares. I don't think that Ivan Toney's worth much more than like 1.2. Maybe a bit of someone else. Look at Tofton. Look at Tofton's Chelsea Super Rares, man. This guy's crazy. Look at this. Chelsea is so mid. They're so mid, Tofton. Can't see Suarez lasting much longer. No, I think his knees are gone. Oh no, now you're buying a Man United stack as well. No, stay away from United. You're gonna curse us. Ever since Tofton bought United cards, right? Højlund's been injured and we lost a game. So, I think I see who the problem is here. It's Tofton, clearly. I'm gonna give this another refresh and see if there's any more cards in the market that people have listed up recently. Look at Cortaruccio. Look at Hutawatio. Martin Cortaruccio. I mean, yeah, that's kind of crazy. It's a bit like Adrissi though, isn't it? Like Adrissi actually has cards as well. Adrissi since moving, I mean, he had one meh game here where he didn't get decisive. But like, yeah, he fucking killed it to start off with. Oscar for China is always the crazy one. For is it Beijing? Shanghai. Oscar was already, this run that Oscar went on was absolutely ridiculous. Obviously he doesn't have any cards, but 100, 100, 54, 93, 98, 97, 100, 97, 57, 100. Like that run right there is the most bonkers run I think I've ever seen anyone go on in so rare history. I don't know if I've ever seen a player go on a better run than that. What's Rodri's run looking like? Because he's on a great run at the moment, isn't he? Oh, the 55 killed it. That's a great run though. We all thought that was going to be Saudi scores as well. Yeah, we actually did. You're not wrong. We fully did. We fully all thought they were going to be Saudi scores, didn't we? Honestly, I don't think Saudi's that game breaking. They probably add Saudi this summer. I wouldn't be surprised if they added Saudi this summer. Because, I mean, it'd just be put into contender anyway. Like, realistically, it wouldn't make a huge difference. I think Celtic could score better than Saudi, to be honest. Red light, green light. Give me everything you got. I don't know why. It's really bugging me that I keep going back to Luis Diaz. Is the mic cutting off or is it just me? I don't know. Could be me. Jordan Ayew, how did he end up at 5th? It's based on L15. And he did really well at AFCON as well. He did okay at AFCON. So, yeah. And 100. Who is actually the best card on the platform right now? I bet you I wouldn't know. Berghaus is the best card on the entire platform. Grow up. Who the fuck's this? Jesus Christ. How is Berghaus the best card on the platform? That's crazy. Doesn't feel like it. I feel like Pascal Gross and Desart have been better than Berghaus. Pascal Gross 7th, Desart 8th, Gokrez at 10th. Gokrez's been great, hasn't he? Fucking hell. Have I still got my rare Gala stack? I never had a rare one. I have a super rare Gala stack. I don't know what to do with Muslera. His contract is up in 3 months. He might sign a new one. I think he signs an extension. He's been good this season, to be honest. I mean, he had his stinker at the weekend, but he's been good this season. Excuse me. What the fuck? Look at this absolute fucking ass clown. Look at this ass clown, guys. This guy's doing a giveaway. Doesn't even own the card. Donate on Twitch. You have a high chance of winning the giveaway. I'm pretty sure that's actually illegal. Or at least it's against TOS. I'm pretty sure you can't have giveaways where you have to donate to like get a higher chance. What a fucking asshat, dude. Guy literally doesn't actually own the card. Wait, I'm just realizing. Why is there multiple accounts that say Sorare 0101 as well? I know I'm a bad manager when I've won barely anything with Gokrez. Panic buy someone? I just, like, people are idiots. And I'm getting annoyed at the fact that people are being idiots, right? I should have bought that fucking Watkins. For a guy that's trying to sell his gallery as well, it's pissed me off. You ain't going to sell shit if you're being a stingy bitch. You know? I don't know if he is selling his gallery. Maybe he just got everything up for sale. No, you're selling up. What a loser. I've got shit on, like, I've got offers out, man. I've got an offer out for Leon Bailey, and I'm just waiting for the Ivan Toney auction now. What I'm going to do is, actually, I'm just going to see if anyone's got a higher bid on the auction than that. Okay. What? How's that work? That's weird. All right, so he's probably got his max already. He's French, yeah, maybe. Mike, what's up, brother? How you doing? Lewis, what's up, man? Pedro Gonçalves has been fantastic, to be fair. He'll do a year-to-year contract. He said he wants to retire there. Yeah, I think so. I think Muslera's been decent. I think Galatasaray, I've realised recently. Wait, what? What was I saying? I forgot. ETH, though, when they put the bid in. Makes sense. What a pirate post, but appreciation post. Thank you, Teddy Tumor. Time to move you on. You won me 16 rare cards, including Bellingham and Palacios, and yielded me 0.6 ETH. That's sad, man. Teddy Tumor used to be the GOAT. I remember almost buying a super rare for like 4k. Teddy Tumor. Oops. What's he been scoring like lately? Pretty shit. Last 2 games, but before that it was pretty good. God, he used to be the absolute GOAT, though. Teddy Tumor used to be the absolute fucking GOAT. Look at this. Look at these scores, man. What a him and Bakasetas used to be insane back in the day. Back in there. You sent me a low ball offer for Watkins #1 last night, you cheeky bastard. Yeah, I cancelled it because I didn't realise it was the #1. It was what was it? I don't think it was that low ball though. I just didn't realise it was the #1. That's why I cancelled it. This one, right? No. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Like, that's what, above his last sale in season. I just didn't realize it was the number one. Oh, sorry, I cancelled this one. I didn't realize that was a number one though. I cancelled the Tom C one. I don't think that was bad at all. I just didn't realize that you had the number one. I just want an Ollie Watkins. I don't really care if it's number one or what. I don't care if it's in season or classic either. I cancelled the one to Tom C though. All you have is number ones? Ah, okay. I didn't actually read the name, to be fair. That's fair enough. That's pretty cool. That you only collect number ones. Wait, what? Oh, you only have number ones in Villa, I guess. That's pretty cool. I'm not trying to get cards for collection or anything like that. I just wanted a single Ollie Watkins, really. So, I didn't think that was that bad of an offer for him. I'd go a little bit higher, but like not a huge amount higher. I want to play Prem Super Rare. You've already got 1.5k in rewards with him. Yeah, that's huge, man. That's huge. You've got the Douglas Luiz as well, which is nice. I remember I was like a Griezmann decisive away from winning Douglas Luiz Super Rare, and I went back and looked at it. I was like, shit. If he'd have just got that assist, I'd have won. Would have been in a different position now. It's a really nice card. I just want to buy an Ollie Watkins. I don't care about getting a one of or anything like that. I just want to buy an Ollie Watkins. People like to stack teams like Feyenoord and Celtic, so you see players like Geertrude and O'Reilly played in the new comps rather than under 23 more often before. I'm not really sure. Would you prefer Tony or Watkins? Watkins. Louise, nearly 2k in rewards. Yeah, that's solid, man. That's really good. How long you had this card? 4 months. That's not bad. I think I'd have done better, though. I reckon you sell your Watkins and Louise to me at a lowball price, and I will win more back. Because they deserve to win more rewards. And I'd win them more rewards. So, I think we do that. Good deal? Great. All right, send the offer. I just want to buy one of them, man. Someone in a feedback group that we're in was really unhappy about a reward they won last night. That was quite funny. Yeah, Villa have been really good this year, to be fair. The only issue with Villa is like the lack of clean sheets. Like, they will win games like 3-1. And to be fair, Martinez's AA is good enough to like not completely kill the lineup, but like so many games where like, you know, they're conceding 2 to Burnley, and this would have been if you had like Douglas Luiz, Watkins, Bailey, for example, right? A defender and Martinez, you just want the clean sheet, and you're looking at like, I don't know, if you went Esri Conte, looking like a 70-point score and a 65, 70-point score from Emi Martinez as well. That's been their only issue. But like, you have a game like this, for example, like Christ alive, if you had a Villa stack in any Prem comp, you probably win it. You know? Always vulnerable. Yeah, that's been their biggest problem, is vulnerability on the counter. I did look at John McGinn as well, to be honest. John McGinn's an interesting one. It's like a depth piece. I wouldn't mind a John McGinn. He's been really solid this year in terms of scores. I would not mind a John McGinn. I just, again, like, it's like, you know, what do people value this card at? He sold an auction for 550 about 3 weeks ago. Like, but the fact he's got the card up for like 900, but then it's Niftio's a bit of a whale, and he's got a reward up, so he probably would accept lower. Typically, the one thing, if you want to buy big cards, you always want to go for a whale that's just won it as a reward, because they'll often try and sell the card quicker and cheaper. Someone offered you $850 for yours in December for the Prem comp. Really? He's been selling more like 400-500 lately. Yeah, probably around here. That's mad. Fuck buying for people. Auctions are the way. But the issue is that because they're getting ready to release new cards or something like that, fucking no auctions at the minute. There's only 13 Prem cards on auction right now, and until MLS cards drop tomorrow. You know, won my first rare reward last week, and within 10 minutes of getting them, I'm receiving offers like half his price. Yeah, people. Some people scout certain comps for that. Nah, Manu's not out. Will he be a good scorer? I think in the future, but not for a while. He's only, yeah, I mean, he got one goal, but like he doesn't really get decisives. If we build a better team around him, then potentially, yeah. But until then, I don't think he'll be a good scorer. You saw last night that MLS could drop to there tomorrow. I think it's been postponed till tomorrow. Apparently, that's what I've been told anyway, but not by Sorare, by somebody else, and they don't actually have the information. They're just guessing. So fuck knows. I still don't know what I'd pay for Ivan Toney. This is the issue. This is the issue with it. I don't know what I'd pay for Ivan Toney. Just paying for one at the moment. I don't really know what I'd pay for these cards. I also don't know if Ivan Toney's necessarily... It's really annoying because my original plan was Dom Solanke, but that's kind of blown up in flames with his potential injury. That and the fact that the guy like delisted him and relisted him for more as well, which kind of pissed me off a little bit. Hwang is worth holding for Prem Comp, so is Cunha missing going to negatively impact his score? Apparently Hwang had an injection and played through it. This is a great time to build a Chelsea stack. I'm probably 25k deep and have won a tier 4 once or something. Yeah, great time to buy a Chelsea stack. Yeah, sure, yeah. I'd say go ball out and buy Son. Hear me out, right? Heung-min Son, you look at this rare graph, right? I mean, what would you even think that this card is worth? 3-4x a super rare? Well, the guy's got him listed up for £5,000. The funny thing is that I could have bought Son from IAK, this one here. I don't know if he still owns it or not, but he told me that he'd sell it to me for £1,500, which is what he was going for then. And I didn't buy it. What do you think about Nkunku? He's got hamstrings made out of pepperami. I think he's too injury prone. I wouldn't go near him personally. You do 1.8 no more. Yeah, well, this guy's got listed for £5,000. Yeah, and Nkunku's too injury prone. Just buy Jordan Ayew for now. No. Oh man. And also I keep looking at this card. I think with Liverpool and they get players back from injury, I think like, you know, having Salah in the team will definitely be helpful. If Darwin's back, I think that'll also be very helpful. It's like, you know, it's another card that I've been looking at and I'm really intrigued by. You know, he starts with Colombia as well. But fuck, man, I just don't know. I just don't know. I sent this guy an offer for his Leon Bailey super rare. I've not even heard back. That wasn't that long ago. Ether's gone down a little bit, I think. Not go for like Ake Akanji or Alvarez? No, I think buying City players is stupid unless they're named Rodri or Haaland or Edison. Most sensible options seem Tony or Watkins or Neto. Yeah. Adingra, his starting spot's not safe. Kudus, I don't mind Kudus actually. Kudus is an interesting one. Kudus is a good player. I quite like Kudus. The only issue is that, like, I mean, these scores seem great, but like then you take out a lot of them which are like AFCON and whatnot, right? He's a decent scorer, but you know. Oh, is Kudus a midfielder? Shit, I didn't even know that. Holy shit, look at him score as a forward. I didn't know that he was a midfielder. Damn, that changes everything. I won't even look at him anymore. Adingra will play. if you play for Brighton, unless your name is Gross, Van Hecker or Dunk, you're not a safe starter. I don't think Adingra plays all games at all, guys. I really don't. I know Matoma's out for the season, but you need to realize Enciso's back. You've got Buonanotte. João Pedro comes back. You got Welbeck. You've got Ferguson. Gross plays higher up sometimes as well to accommodate. You got players like Lallana, and if they want to fit Milner in when he's back, like Matoma being injured. I mean, Adingra wasn't a nailed on starter before when Matoma was injured last time. He's definitely not nailed. I promise you that. Yeah, you got Ansu Fati as well. I promise you guys, he's not nailed on us all. With Azabi, you never know. Yeah, Solly March might be coming back too. Like, yeah. So, I got Premier 2 days ago. Chose James Ward-Prowse over Kudus. Fairs. What about my boy Martinelli? I think Martinelli's overrated. I don't really rate Martinelli that highly at all, to be honest. Pedro Nesto's a good one. I don't know where he ends up in the summer. Could be a death move. Which is worrying. Format of the King 240 tournament. Wait, what's the King 240 tournament? Wait, what? I didn't sign up to this. What the fuck's this? Huh? I didn't sign up to this. What the hell is a King 240 tournament? Fuck's this shit? I didn't sign up for this. What, did I sign up for this? Have I forgot? Shit. Nah, I'm worried. What did I sign up for, guys? Did I sign something that I don't remember signing? Maybe just get Rashford and just have Payne, you know? I don't know. I was a bit gutted that guy wanted like £500 for Sarabia. I'd love to buy this Sarabia card as a depth piece, but like those scores have been really solid for the Prem tournament, but the guy wanted crazy money for him. Just buy Højlund. He's injured. Rasmus is injured, otherwise I actually would buy Højlund. But he's not going to be back for like a couple of weeks at least. And he just seems really injury prone. Dwight McNeil gets good AA. Everton, like, they just don't score a huge amount of goals. If Dominic Calvert-Lewin could get back into form, this is definitely a card I'd look at more. But at the moment, with Calvert-Lewin being so dog shit, they're just not scoring a lot of goals. And in turn, Dwight McNeil's not getting a lot of decisives because of it. You know? It's really annoying. Otherwise, it's definitely a card that I'd look at. Ooh, Nemeka. Nemeka's going back for Dortmund. Oh, it's annoying, guys. Can someone just give me a good deal on a Prem forward? Swap your Griezmann for Doku. That's a great idea. I might do that. That sounds like a really good idea. God, has Doku even been playing much? What's Doku's scores looking like since I did the swap? That doesn't look good. Jesus Christ. Wow. Has he even had a decisive since then? I don't remember when I did the swap, but that's crazy. That's actually crazy, man. When did I do the swap? People said I was crazy for this swap as well. People said I was stupid for this swap. Dodged a bullet there. So I did this on November 15th. So November 15th, which is like... So like 427 onwards. So like this 76 onwards basically. Damn, that's rough. That's rough. Limited is better than rare and super, in my opinion. Now, I told, like, when we had that conversation about, and you were saying about podium in Premier League Limited, I sent a screenshot of it to PSU, and he didn't say very nice things about you. If I were you, I'd beat the shit out of him, dude. What he said about you, oh, it's not good. It's not good. He said some nasty things. And all I was saying was, like, I was just sad about losing Rare Plus. Nemeka was the first player you bought on so red. Nemeka was a decent scorer for a while, wasn't he, Felix? Obviously, he had a bad injury, but he's a solid player. He's like 24 years old, going on 60. He doesn't need me piling on too. 24 going on 60. I think he's like 35 or something like that. I don't know. But he's definitely going on like 70. It's crazy. He literally talks about himself as if he's like fucking 80 years old. Like, his 80-year-old parents are more active than him as well. I met his parents, and like they're both far more active than him, and they're like in their 70s and 80s. It's crazy. Doku failed the Chelsea test. True. He failed the Reece James test. Dodged a bullet. Yeah. There's a Norwegian bloke called Erling who's decent. Should I just buy Super at Erling Haaland? Maybe I just buy Super at Erling Haaland and just call it a day. It's not even loading because it knows that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, what is he like? 17 grand. Yeah, well, I'll just like remortgage the house that I don't even own. I'll remortgage my landlord's house for it. The thing with players like Erling Haaland. Fucking hell, we had 15 AA. That's surely wrong. There's almost no chance you ever get 100% ROI. I think it depends really. Like, I don't know if I actually necessarily agree. I think that ironically rare is like the worst place for ROI. I think super rare and limited are better than rare for ROI. Like in limited, for example, like as you said, if you won Prem in season limited once, you make 100% back on your entire team because you win 1,500 quid, and if you Haaland's probably your most expensive card there, if not, you know, one of your team probably didn't cost 1,500 quid in limited, right? And in super rare, you just have to finish in the top 8, top 9, and you're getting at least like £400 back. And obviously, like, you're not like with Haaland, maybe Haaland's a long shot, right? But like, you know, if you're running, I don't know, your Pascal Grosses and whatnot, and you're yielding back 300-400 a game week, like it's not long until you yield back a lot of your team. And if you do hit that sort of top 3 in super rare, you're winning thousands. In rare, it's really competitive, and the returns just aren't great. And the cards are just like this weird middle ground of expense where it's like they're not quite 10 times the limited, and you know it's hard to even know what percentage they are in terms of the super rare. So it's like fucking, I don't like the rares are so weird. They're so weird to even know what they're worth these days. I would love to get out of rare completely, but also like I enjoy owning cards that I enjoy watching, and I can't afford to own those cards in super rare. So it's like, yeah, the price pool at the top of in-season Prem Lim versus rare is awful. The bottom end is much better. Yeah, I think that's always been the thing with rare versus limited, is that, you know, the lower tier rare rewards are better than limited. But like, I do agree with you. The price pool for high, like the price pool for limited versus rare is crazy. Premier League, no, that's not Premier League specialist. It's in season, isn't it? So like, if we looked at these, for example, so rare has the most on offer, but in super rare you get first place, you win $3,600, right? Versus rare, you win $3,000. But the difference is like there's so much more competition in rare than there is super rare. So like for me, I just want to target like a top 5, a 12th to 5th finish basically, and I'm over the moon. You know what I mean? Whereas in rare, to get the same, if you want to try and target a top 5 finish or like a 12th to 5th finish, it's fucking so much harder to do that. Obviously in limited, it's lucratively harder. But to get $2,000 in limited, it just seems backwards to me. I feel like it realistically should be 5 grand for first place in Super Rare, 3 grand for first place in Rare, and 1.5 grand for first place in Limited. Doesn't feel right that it's you know what I mean. Doesn't feel right the way that it is. But they've got the fucking analytics, so I don't know why I'm acting as if I know anything. They've got the analytics, but like that's just how it feels like what it should be. I do think the 240 modes are better though. The cash spread out in 240 is better. Intriguingly enough, I don't know if there's any data for this, but is there any data to see if anybody reached the 460 and got the $1,000 payout this week? Vita, if you're still here, is there any way to know if anyone got the $1,000 payout this week? Funnily enough, I know that McBride actually picked the lower one. McBride picked the $60 payout and got like 485 points. You run 3 top-end limited stacks and podium one time, it's 100% ROI. You run 1 top-end rare stack and you could win and not get 100% ROI. True, it's just very, very hard to podium. I know you did podium, but like, it's so hard to podium in limited, man. It's so hard to podium in rare as well. That's why I don't think I'll be buying any rare stacks. And I mean, maybe one day I'll buy a limited stack. Actually, maybe I'll buy a limited prem stack at one point, because I do think the ROI is better there. But I don't think I'd ever buy a rare stack. But like, that's the thing. The other thing as well is the amount of people that have the same team as you as well. It's so difficult. Like, it's why I'm worried about classic comps though, because I feel like in classic comps, in rare especially, you're just going to be playing against people with the same team, and it's going to be really hard. You're basically paying more to win the same amount but against a lot less people. Yes, that's true. That is true. That's why I think Super Rare... I truly believe Super Rare is probably... For me, I think would be the best ROI. Limit, you need 5% collection and players on level 8-ish or higher and pick the right team and your team goes off. What game week do you want to check the last one? I could check, yeah. It may take a few minutes. Hold my beer. 453. Is it possible to check how many people won the $1,000 in Cap 240 Super Rare? Be really intrigued to see it. What's this? I don't even know what that even means, but fair enough, man. He's cooking. Someone had data from a week or two ago on Twitter. I forget who it was. I am having a good day, Kubasaki, mate. Much love, dude. Hope you're having a good day as well, brother. Yeah, I agree though, Joe. That's the thing with limited, right? It's really, really difficult to score highly in limited without having the full collection. I mean, leaderboards wise, if we look at 453 PL, where's PL in season? Am I Premier League kickoff, Premier League in season limited? Yeah, I mean the scores are it's crazy how high the scores are. But also, like, this is a week where there wasn't a particular stack that smashed, because I'm pretty sure Brighton didn't smash. It was just Duncan Gross. I'm pretty sure most teams conceded this week as well, so there wasn't a particular team that smashed. This is one of those where it's actually a little bit less scoring as well. You have a Man City, an Arsenal, a Man United, Liverpool that smash as well, and this is even harder to get a high point in. But funnily enough, I'd actually be intrigued. I kind of wouldn't mind buying an in-season Prem limited stack at some point, like a real cheap one. Maybe not a stack, maybe just like 5 random Prem in-season limited players, just, you know. How many people do you think validated the highest threshold? Like, picked it? I'm going to say 20. 20 people picked the highest threshold. Always play a limited PSV stack with full collection bonus. But there are still always at least 10 or 15 people with higher bonuses. It's so hard. Seems like the highest chance of winning in Premier Limit. Seems like the chance of winning PL Limited is a little bit easier. Maybe, yeah. I mean, looking back at when Nep won it, like, Nep won it by a rat's arse hair, and he had like 540 points or something crazy. It was 22. Yeah, that's interesting. Was it this week that Nep won it? No, it would have been 449, I think. Yeah. 539.68 points. Guy next to him, 538.04 points. None of them managed to reach the 460. The closest was MTFB. Oh wow, no one got it. Damn, that's interesting. I bet that guy is gutted that he picked the 460 and got the 420 points. But yeah, like, this is the thing, and the literal only reason why Nep won this is because of his collection bonus as well. Like, having a 13.5% on Raya, 8.5%, and this wasn't even his high Saliba. This was the lower Saliba, I think. 14% on Declan Rice, captain bonus 63.5%, and then a 13.5% bonus on Trossard. That is literally the only reason why he won. You have to have like the full collection bonus and really high percentages. It's so difficult otherwise. So, and that's why it's like Limited has got a good ROI. If you can fucking do it, good luck doing it. I think you get first place like once every few years, unless you're insanely lucky. Like, it's very rare again that we see Arsenal, because the thing is, Arsenal smashed, but it's like, it's very rare that Arsenal smash and you get that many 100s in one game, because they smashed the week after and there wasn't close to that many hundreds, right? Like in the 6-0 against West Ham, you had Saliba 100, Odegaard 100, Rice 100, Saka 100. Then they won 5-0 the week after and you didn't get a single 100. It's so hard to ever replicate that. 13 people did 460 or higher though. 3 of them on the lowest threshold target. I saw that. McBride was one of them. The rest of the medium one, you would have guessed that was me. I was one of the medium one. Sorare not having an easy threshold in a couple of weeks will kind of kill the game for me. I know it might be an unpopular opinion, but I think Sorare not having an easy threshold in a couple of weeks. Threshold doesn't go until August. You've got the current cap 240 until August, and you have an easy one. It's just less money now. It's really easy to pick the lower target and win, in my opinion. It's just less money. Arsenal got Sheffield next, expecting total score for the starting 11. Yeah. Sheffield United away, that could be an absolute spanking, man. That could be an absolute spanking. I wonder if in Limited a lot of these cards went up in price in preparation for this. Yeah, I think people are buying some of these buying in preparation for this. No. So in March 29th is the transition period, but Threshold and All-Star tournaments are staying until August, but we're losing Rare Plus and all of the regional tournaments, and it's getting replaced by Champion, Challenger, Contender. That'll be the game we lose? Nah, I think you'll smash them, to be fair. I think you'll absolutely annihilate them. The only thing is, I actually think that this will be interesting. I kind of feel like there might be some, like, there's going to be a pick there. Like, for example, in this one here, right? Ben White getting 98.5 points. You pick a Ben White in there, right? Or, like, realistically, you have to pick the right one, right? Because you have to have a forward. Saka's not a forward. So you've got 3 midfield options getting 100. A lot easier. I think there'll be one of those where it's like, there'll be a differential that if you pick it, you win, you know? So that's what I'm intrigued to see. Arsenal rotate against Sheffield. It may actually be funny that there's no Arsenal stack on the top because Odegaard or Saka could both be benched. Yeah, that would be interesting. Nep, if you're still here, what are you going to run for that game? If you've decided yet. If I was Nep, if I had Nep's gallery, what would I run? Let me see what lineups would I build. You're running the main 5. Do you think that there'll be any rotation at all? There's no chance we rotate. That's fair enough. You know more than me because I literally, you know what I mean? Like, don't know shit about Arsenal, unfortunately. What would I run? Fucking hell, Nep, you've got so many good players now. What would I run if I had Nep's gallery? I'd probably run David Raya, 56% clean sheet bonus. I'd run him for sure. I would run Gabriel Super Rare as well. If I was doing an All-Star Rare Plus, for example, or a Champion Europe Rare Plus. Maybe you run this in Champion. To be honest, I feel like Ben White will cook against Sheffield. I feel like he'd do a similar thing to West Ham where he just absolutely cook against Sheffield, but also he's got the chance of getting taken off early. You don't see rotation, to be honest. Yeah, do you know what? Now that I look at it as well, when I was looking at it then, I realised like you don't have the Champions League game the week after, do you? It's the week after that. So you have a week's rest in between Sheffield United and Brentford. And then you've got Porto in the midweek. So it's unlikely. You probably rotate a bit more against Brentford than you would against Sheffield United. There's no reason to. Oh my God. Nep, I think you're going to win All-Star Rare. I think you're going to win about 4 tournaments this week, to be honest. Jesus, man. I think Nep's genuinely about... I think Nep might actually win about 3 or 4 tournaments. I just realised you probably want to play these in season, though, wouldn't you? Maybe not, actually. I think you play your David Raya in, don't you? How do you get dark mode? Go to preferences and then ticket. Sexy, isn't it? I literally found out today. Cool. Can I just have your gallery this week, Nep, actually? Because then you've still got... Fucking hell, they're 44% clean sheet against us, alright? Fucking hell. It's a bit... Little bit, you know. I don't have Arsenal in season set up for rare. Ah, fairs. I just realised as well, I wouldn't even do this, right? Take that out. I'd put them in Champion Europe. This is what I would do instead. If I had Nep's gallery, guys. I would run the Arsenal boys in Champ Europe with... Who's the best forward that you can use here? To be honest, it's probably Martinelli. It's probably Martinelli there, isn't it? Son's not a bad option either. But it's probably Martinelli there. And then Declan Rice. The reason why I'd run that, right, is because he's got a couple more really good goalkeeper options here. You've got Juan Soriano at home with a 52% chance of a clean sheet. So you'd want to run Juan Soriano in All-Star because you're wasting him in like 2nd division, I think. Then what else you got here for defenders? I mean, you want to run Virgil in season. I think this is an old season Gabriel. Grimaldo as well. I mean, Grimaldo against 16th Cologne is likely the best option there. Then you've got Hill and Erdegaard. Fucking hell. Who let Nepenthes have this gallery? This is actually a piss take. Who gave Nep this gallery, man? This is outrageous, guys. This is outrageous. Got all these triple A's, man. Fucking hell, Nep. I'm working on a Spurs setup. There are a few guys with way high XP / collection bonus as well. No PSV in final since they play each other. God, Nep, this is disgusting. Nep's galleries is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Who let it get to this point? We need to have words. Whoever let it get to this point, got 48% with a Jose Caro here as well. He's been an absolute beast. Nishikawa's got a 50% clean sheet bonus too. Cool, blimey. You still have got another Gabriel Magalhaes here you haven't even used. Oh my god, you still got Carlos Hill you've not even used. What is going on here? This is ridiculous. I think Luis Suarez cooked against Orlando at home, to be honest. I think you finally get decent return on him. Jesus Christ. What are you running in season this week? So you've got Edison. Like, the thing is, I actually see us scoring against Man City. This is a really interesting one. I actually do see us scoring against Man City. I think in your shoes, I'd rather play my strongest one with Kelleher. I think Foden cooks us. Oh, you can't play two out of season, can you? 44% on Edison's way too high. Yeah, I really think that we score against City. Oh shit, 57% to start for Gabriel Jesus. He'd cook. Probably Trossard against Sheffield. Even off the bench, Trossard would flipping cook, wouldn't he? Then you got McAllister. You got Ake there. You got De Bruyne. Oh my fucking god, man. We're gonna have to have words about this. I'm hoping Salah is back. I think Salah actually will be back. Even that would absolutely cook. My forward options are a bit dead. To be honest, Trossard, like, even off the bench, Trossard would probably still cook Sheffield, right? He'd probably still absolutely cook Sheffield. But even that's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Look at your Prem Rare last week. No, I was about to go to my... Well, I was about to go to my gallery. Look at your Prem Rare last week. Let's have a look. 453. Prem in-season rare. Who else did you have to run in there? Where's your De Bruyne? Did you not run De Bruyne? Oh, De Bruyne didn't even score well anyway. God, Frankie de Jong scored 100 points. Rough. Trossard 27 cost me massive. Any better forward there and I get high places. KDB was out. Oh, was he? That's fair. When Rodri? Oh, Rodri scored shit that week anyway, to be fair. This was quite a low scoring week for the Premier League season, wasn't it? Trossard even do anything? No, big chance, nothing like that. Yeah, decisive and you're getting 80 quid there. Ake let you down as well, to be fair. Akanji scored 100, didn't he? 85, sorry. It was a low scoring week for City, wasn't it? Only 8 games with no Liverpool or Chelsea as well. Yeah, it was quite a low scoring week in general, but it was a low scoring week for City too. You got the captain choice, right? I want to build. So what I want to do is just on the sheer basis of the next sort of 6 or 7 games, I want to run like a setup like this with Tony or Ollie Watkins or someone like that. And then extra, like, I'll just go and look for an extra, like Leon Bailey, or with the right matchup, Munoz actually would cook. I mean, he cooked against Burnley, and they have a couple of good matchups coming up. And I've looked at a couple other, like, mid options too, because I've still got a bit of ETH to spend after potentially buying 1, 2, or 3 new super rares. So, like, I want to have that as a baseline for the games that they have with the matchups. And yeah, we'll sort of see how it goes. Because I think it could genuinely absolutely cook in the PL in-season Super Rare tournament. And it's like, it's so nice because it won't affect other parts of it. This is what I like about the PL in-season tournament as well, is you can go and throw out like, say a 5-man lineup here. And then all of a sudden you go and look at your All-Star Rare Plus and you've still got huge cards. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. So I'll show you Bournemouth's like next set of games, right? We've got Burnley away, Sheffield United at home, Luton at home, Wolves away, Everton at home, Palace at home, and Luton away. And then you start playing against good teams after you've got, you know, United, Villa, Brighton, Arsenal, Brentford, and Chelsea towards the back end of the season. So it's like, I think it's like, what, 13 games left, I think? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 13 games left. And 6 of them, possibly 7, are good matchups. So even if it's like, yeah, 50-60% hit rate on those 7 games, like, it could be a really nice return. And then next season, it's a good baseline for either a classic PL in season, or I've got a goalkeeper for it's either a good baseline for classic Premier League tournament, or I've got a good a baseline goalkeeper and a baseline like gross, for example, for in-season Prem next year as well. I don't have to go and buy a goalkeeper, I can buy other players around them. So yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting anyway. I think Senesi's just an undervalued player. I think he's a genuine solid scorer. Like, he has his moments, you know, against Newcastle he was shit, but we'll sort of see how it goes. When do the Bundesliga and the Liga in-season tournaments start? August. So at the end of March, we get Champion, Contender, and Challenger, Classic and in-season tournaments, as well as the removal of the plus modes. And then in August, the whole thing's changed, and we lose All-Star, we lose cap modes, and we get La Liga and Bundesliga tournaments too. So that's when that changes as well. So in that regard, I want to look at Ivan Toney. Ollie Watkins I've been looking at, but it's just like no one wants to be reasonable about selling them, which is annoying because I would absolutely love an Ollie Watkins. I think he fits my gallery really well as well. And if I did go and get someone like Ollie Watkins, for example, I'd also look at maybe a Super M again. I think that could work really well too. Is there any more news on any cards that I own? Davies eager to make comeback versus Freiburg. Ooh. How long does it usually take to receive a jersey from Sorare? I don't know. I've never had one. Sorare have never sent me shit, dude. I've never won one either, so I wouldn't even know. I've never been in the raffles or anything like that. I've never won a raffle, nothing. Been very unlucky, man. I think you guys should feel sorry for me, and you guys should give me your super rare cards. as pity. Apparently, Arsenal still want Mudryk. That's what the Athletic said. Mudryk still has admirers at Arsenal and believe that his audacious talent can still be unlocked. Imagine a Real Madrid stack next season: Courtois, Militao, Jude, Mbappe, and Vinny. Yeah, it's disgusting. Maybe even Davies. I'm still a bit good about the Solanke injury. I'm hoping that it's not too bad and someone panic lists him for cheap, and then we can go and like swoop him up. You know. I can't believe it. Nep used to have a Super S Solanke. Nep won one. To be fair, you actually got a relatively decent price for him. But Nep won a Super S Solanke, and he's actually been really decent this season. I think with the matchups coming up as well, fits with the other players I've got, but I think players like Leon Bailey and whatnot are better. Let's have a look if there's been any movements on price with some of these cards too. Mateus Cunha being injured for the rest of the season sucks ass as well. Just sucks, man. I can't believe how good of a scorer Willian's been too. Obviously he's injured now, but like his AA's been phenomenal for a 35-year-old. Bloody hell. Go on, Willian. He's back after the international friendlies. Who, Willian? Or Cunha? There we go. Wait, Cunha, is Cunha back after the international break? Wait, actually? Is that real? I thought he was out for the rest of the season. He's back 25th of March. So, like, Villa? Because then they play Burnley, West Ham. Cunha's maybe one that I look at then. Is this Neil's card? No. Neil sold his already. Let me see. Yeah, Neil already sold his. Oh, he sold it to Max Pescatore. I did not realise that Cunha was actually back that soon. I thought he was out for the rest of the season. Thoughts on Isak? He's too injury prone for me. I think he's a great player, but he's just so injury prone. You know what I mean? Like for every few games he plays, he just has like 3 games off. It's just like, ugh. Oh shit! It's 12:45. I have a call at 1, guys, so I might have to call it in a minute. Stay for like 5 more minutes though. I will obviously tweet out as well if we end up making a purchase. Let us listen. No. Absolutely not. Light jogging on grass already, sounds about right. Maybe I pick up a Cunha. Maybe. Oh, fucking alright, what am I gonna do here? Part of me wants to pick up a Cunha as like a long-term one, but also like, will he get back into this form? Very hard to say. Very hard to say if he get back into that form. Probably not. This is such a. I'm in a difficult position, man. All right, lads. I'm actually probably going to call it there then for today's stream. How long did we go live for today? How long did we go live for? Do I have a Sorare Discord? Not yet, but me and the Ramble Boys are going to make one. What time did we tweet out the stream? Tweet out the stream at 9:48 AM. We've been live for like 3 hours, guys. Oh, that's a W. Thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I'll do another one of these. Actually, potentially tomorrow, because I'm off tomorrow as well. So, might do another one of these tomorrow. Someone made me an offer for my Buscagli, Szymanski, and Tadic. What? Oh, that's dog shit. The values aren't that horrendous. I don't really want a Davinson Sanchez, though. I also don't think he's worth that. That's what's sold at 400. I think he's worth a lot less than this, too. I wouldn't pay more than £300 for that card. I'm not interested. Anyway, take care, guys. Have a good one. Much love. Thank you all for chilling and watching. I'll see you guys in the next stream. Might be tomorrow. All right? Much love.